Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to License to View. It is a early morning Sunday. Usually those words are differently placed, but today that's how they're going to be placed around. I'm Jason, that's Zach. This is License to View. It's a pop culture podcast where two best friends get together and talk about pop culture, movies, TV show, anime, action figures, pro wrestling, anything we like to talk about, we talk about it. Zach, what's going on, man?
Man, it's just another week here in the Grieger household of one man wolf pack. As the case may be.
You gotta reference a Hangover. You have to reference Hangover.
I have to always. Whenever I'm by myself, I have to do the Zach Galifianakis plug. Just get that in there.
What's so weird to me is that he's like from North Carolina.
Is he? I thought he was from like Georgia.
He's like from North Carolina, like went to like UNC or NC State or something like that. Like he's like a Carolina boy.
Interesting.
I would not peg him to be like, his humor is so like not what you would expect of someone from like the deep South. But I mean, obviously there's no stereotypes or whatever. But like, he's such a out there performer that I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess he fits more in line with that, but it's like, I don't know. It was weird to me when I found out that like Aziz Ansari was like from South Carolina, and I was like, that doesn't really sound like somebody who would be like a South Carolina comic. But
it's like Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina
boy. Yeah,
because
he's from like, is he from South Carolina? I thought he was from North Carolina, but yeah, I knew
South
he was
Carolina
from
boy.
Carolina.
Mike Coulter, guy who played Luke Cage, South Carolina boy.
Yeah.
So it's weird, man, especially when like these people like you don't expect. I mean, I guess those guys don't really have accents, so like I assumed.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
But even like Bradley Cooper, I'm pretty sure Bradley Cooper's from
I think he's from like Georgia.
No, I'm not Bradley Cooper. I'm thinking of John Hamm. John Hamm's like from Missouri, I think.
Is he? Okay.
Like from like these random places. I'm pretty sure he was like a teacher in Missouri. So I'm pretty sure John Hamm like taught Kimmy Schmidt in like college or something.
Huh.
Yeah, he's from St. Louis, which is obviously a big city, so whatever. Yeah. But like, you kind of tend to forget that people who are acting like actors or comedians are only from like New York or L.A. But they're not. They're from everywhere.
Well, fucking Canada. Everybody's from goddamn Canada. But yeah, so my week has been kind of filled with some stuff.
Okay.
So the first thing that I did was after our podcast last week, I did go to the toy show.
Okay, yeah, you did. Update.
Picked a couple of things up. I got. Hold on. I'm a bad host. I didn't prepare for this. Hold on.
You're good. Go ahead. Go get it.
Let me get the two big ones.
Sure.
And then we'll talk about the others.
Well, I'm gonna here just kind of fill some dead space while Zach gets the his new haul. Zach went to a toy con in Florida during QT for the C virus, and he picked up some figs. Oh, here we go. See what we got going on.
Oh, these two big boys. I say big boys, but really only one of them cost like $100. The other one was like actually really cheap for as big as it is. But okay. So let's go. I'm really happy with this one, so I'll start with this one.
Yeah,
so we've got. I can't even remember like the company and all that shit, but classic Jim Lee Cyclops right here.
We
got the leather jacket on and everything. I believe this is from
Mezco.
Uncanny X-Men. Yeah.
Mezco, yeah.
Yeah. We got him with the little 2 fingers on the forehead. He's got his nice little I-beam energy coming out right there. Mm-hmm. Looks really, really solid.
Yeah, that's that Mezco 112 collective, yeah.
Yeah, this is a good line. I looked up, after I got this one, I looked up some of the other figs in that line. It's really, really solid stuff.
Did I mention on the podcast about how I had pre-ordered, I canceled now. Christopher Reeve's Superman from...
No, I don't think you did talk
Okay,
about
so I'm not to jump into your fig hunt, but
hey, man.
Speaking of Mezco and 112, they do their 112 look a lot like their action figure looking type of things. Mm-hmm. And people love these things, man. People love this brand. People love that particular part of the brand. I've never had one, so I don't know. I almost picked up the blade. They released 2 blades. They had the original blade, and they had the new blade, which is more like Wesley Snipes. And I think it's sold out like a motherfucker. And it's
Got
going
to,
for like
dude. He's so
double.
popular. Everybody loves Wesley Snipes' Blade.
Yeah, so, but they released pre-orders probably 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, for
Okay.
Christopher Reeve Superman, and I sat there at work for it to drop just so I can get it, And I put down like the $35 payment, and I was like, you know
Mhm.
what? It's like 120.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not really gonna want this, so I cancel it. Just took the
Yeah.
bullet on the $35. But how
I
how are,
feel
how
you.
are you liking it in terms of that fig?
I mean, I really like it a lot. I mean, honestly, this is like, I mean, Cyclops has always been my favorite X-Men, and like the Jim Lee era, especially like him having the leather jacket is like, I think always like the coolest fucking look for him. So it was like, because I was really looking around the toy convention, and at this point I'd already gotten my other purchase. I'd already gotten my other two purchases, and I was really not thinking of buying anything else. And then I like walked by the one guy's stand, and I saw the box, and I was like, huh. And then I looked at the back of the box, and I was like, it's got the leather jacket. That's it. I'm sold. Because like that's my favorite look for him. So I was like, I have to get that one. Like if it was just a regular Cyclops, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. But
And they
it's
have they
that.
and they have
It's the
a
bomber jacket.
they have a post '90s Cyclops, which
Mm.
is not as good.
Yeah. No, I definitely like the '90s era Jim Lee drawn. This is from the Uncanny Josh Whedon X-Men, right? I can't. I don't
I
know
mean,
my entire
it
X-Men
looks
lore, but
it looks like that era. I mean, it's based on the '90s, which obviously has the
hmm
Jim Lee like yellow thing. It has the Jim Lee style like
yeah.
pockets. I don't remember if Joss's run looked like
hmm
that. I don't think they did. I think Joss's run um,
Okay.
looked a little different. I can actually Google it right now. I'm looking at. I don't remember. I've read that run once.
Yeah.
Joss's run looked different. Joss's had that. He had like that complete black,
Oh
the
yeah.
black
Okay.
weird black blue suit.
Yeah.
I personally don't like Cyclops when he has the complete like cowl.
hmm
I like when his hair is out.
Yeah, I like when his hair's out too. I really like the. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the whole full mask thing. I
Like
really
pretty,
like.
it's
Yeah, I
pretty
like the
much
half
like
mask.
I just like I like Grant. Did you ever see Grant Morrison's X Men?
No, I haven't seen that. I
It's
don't
where
think.
he gave them all like fucking like yellow jackets and shit. Like it was, like
Okay.
I can't describe it.
Oh, I see it.
Like new X Men, Grant Morrison
Yeah,
new X Men, where they have like fucking like leather jackets, like fucking
they have giant bright X's on them. Yeah, with the yellow giant yellow
yeah,
X.
like
Yeah.
varsity jackets, kind of like on the
Yeah.
covers. And then like that's my second favorite costume.
hmm
The main favorite costume for Cyclops is pretty much just Jim Lee style.
Yeah.
I like the bright blue
I
with
really
the
like his
yellow.
version of the X-Men. I think they look really, really solid. And yeah, the blue and the yellow pop really, really nicely. So,
Well, the
but
question
yeah.
is though, if you had to pick up a companion girlfriend, do you
Mm.
pick up Jean or do you pick up Emma?
Probably Emma. I think Emma's a cooler character overall.
Yeah, I agree. I
Jean's
agree.
boring, and also the Phoenix stuff is like, Phoenix stuff is so overplayed. I really don't give a fuck about the Phoenix stuff.
Did you
I
ever
like Emma's
watch the
stuff,
last
but
movie,
which one? Oh,
The
Dark
Phoenix?
Phoenix? No,
Yeah,
I haven't seen Dark Phoenix actually,
I
because I was so put off by Apocalypse that I didn't even care about X Men,
I'm pretty.
Fox's X Men
I
anymore.
think I think it was on either on HBO or it was on Disney.
It's probably on HBO Max, I think.
Well, a lot of X Men movies are on Disney now. And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I started Dark
hmm
Phoenix, on one of the apps. I don't know if it was at
Yeah.
Netflix or not Netflix, but if it was on Disney or if it was on HBO.
hmm
And I got 5 seconds into the credits, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna back out of this. I know how it's gonna go.
yeah.
I know the
I mean, you
story.
know how the story is. So that I was at that point, I didn't even know why they were doing because it's like, look, everybody already knows how the story is going to go at this point, and like nobody is going to do a good job of adapting it because for some reason, everybody fucking drops the ball on this adaptation. I don't know why. The most beloved X-Men story of all time, and like everybody fucking drops the ball when they try to adapt it.
Just do a
But
different story.
yeah.
There's enough in there
Well,
to
that
keep.
was the thing that was the most disappointing for me because I really liked the stuff that they were doing with the new X-Men at first. I mean, I thought I liked First Class a lot. Days of Future Past was like probably the best X-Men movie since like
Yeah.
X2. And then I actually, I mean, I didn't mind Apocalypse too much. I liked what they did. I liked that they used Apocalypse instead of just some other
Hmm.
making it Magneto again or something like that. I like that they at least had Apocalypse in there, but I mean, I don't know. I don't
You
even
know,
know what you'd even do. What else? I don't know.
speaking of just a tangent, this is not related to X Men,
Mm,
but it's related to comic book movies.
okay.
In one of the Facebook groups I'm in, that's about action figures. I don't remember which group it is, but I'm in a couple different groups that are active about toys and collectibles and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
And one person posted a comment in the group. And it's probably like a couple thousand people, maybe 1,000 people in these groups. And the
Yeah.
comment was, "Just watched Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it?"
Ha.
And everyone was like, you're trolling, right?" And I remember thinking back at that movie and just like, 'cause I remember seeing it in theaters and like
Yeah.
knowing that it was gonna be shit and not expecting it to be as bad as it fucking was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No stocks.
so you got that fig. What's the
Yeah.
next?
So
What's the
this
next?
one, the other big one that I got was I don't know what company it is, but it is it's a little taller than the Cyclops, so it's not 12 inches, but it's a little bit bigger than that. It's more like a plastic model of Solid Snake from Metal Gear 1. He's got the night vision transparent thing going on, but he looks
Metal
really,
Gear,
really solid.
no, so MGS1.
MGS1, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the sculpt for it a lot. I think the face sculpt looks really, really good. And this is another thing. I don't know if it's supposed to be a lamp or something like that, but hold on, let me do the little thingy. Oh, you can't really see it, but it like lights up
Oh, okay.
like
I
a flame.
feel
Oh,
like
there you go. You get a little flicker.
I feel like that's like GameStop exclusive. I feel like.
Maybe I don't know, but it's a really, really solid. Um, it's a really, really solid statue. I really, really like it. The look of it a lot. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that one. Those are the
Yeah,
big
that one's
ones.
cool.
Yeah, so I'm happy with those.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
So you got those. What else did you get? Those
The other ones that I
you
got
got to show
were
them obviously, but
yeah, I got a couple of Matrix figs because I just never seen Matrix toys before, and I was like, oh, I have to pick them up, but they didn't have Neo, which was unfortunate. But they had Switch, they had Cypher, Trinity, Morpheus, and Agent Smith, and I was like, well, they have Agent Smith, so it's not a complete waste of time.
yeah.
So
Well, there also that line of toys is cheap enough where if you really wanted to finish the run out, you can go and eBay
yeah,
them and find them pretty easily.
I think the only one that's left would be Neo. So yeah, I could probably just go online and try to find Neo because I at least on the back of the box it looked like the whole set was basically there except for Neo. So
Is again, I don't remember. Is this one have Trinity jumping or Trinity? What is she doing in this one? The figure you have.
um, it's just a generic. It doesn't have her with a motorcycle or anything like that. It's just her in the generic Matrix One sleeveless jumper.
Okay, because there's the one I see a lot on eBay is her doing like the crane jump, um,
Yeah.
like this. Um,
Yeah. No, it doesn't look like that.
because there's that. There's again. There's the 2 pack. Or I'm not sure if it's sold as a 2 pack, but I always see it as a 2 pack of Neo and Smith like doing the jump shooting from the train station. Um, there are a lot of Matrix toys. I was gonna buy a bunch a while back. A lot of 12-inch ones. I
Mm-hmm.
never did because whenever I saw the Neos in person, I hated the face sculpt. They
Yeah.
always look kind of rough.
Hmm.
I mean, if they made them now, they would be so much better. So maybe when this new
Yeah.
movie comes out, maybe they'll have some really sick ones that
We'll
make me
see.
want to get them.
Oh, oh, here it is. Yeah. So it's this one. Hold on. Let me give you a little thingy. Where's the chat? There's a chat. Come on. There we go.
Okay, pull it up.
So I mean, it's pretty generic, but I mean, it's got a couple of different gun options, knife. But
Chat.
it's the classic outfit from their raid on the, I don't know, business building, hotel building, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, the business building.
Yeah.
Yeah. A good old McFarlane Toys, I'm pretty sure. No, N2 Toys, okay.
Hmm.
What's
But
the.
yeah.
Those are cool, yeah.
But yeah. So I'm
What's the
pretty happy.
Neo look like, though?
The Neo looks, from what I saw, it doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look fantastic.
Is the one right here, or. No.
It's
Let me just go. N2 Toys
yeah.
Neo.
It's,
Okay, it's the one with him, the trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's not bad. That's kind of how they made toys back then. They kind of look like anime toys a little bit.
Yeah.
They look cool though. The Morpheus looks good.
Yeah, the Morpheus looked really good. Honestly, it's like him and Agent Smith are the ones that I'm like the happiest with. The Agent Smith and Morpheus look really, really good.
They have apparently this company made Big Trouble in Little China toys.
Oh fuck, dude.
And
I didn't see any of those. I would
I'm
have picked
looking
those
at
up.
them and they look pretty sick. I bet they're very expensive.
Probably.
I'm gonna go to eBay right now and look at it and see how much a thing is running for. N2 toys, Big Trouble in Little China. Let's see how much did Jack Burton cost me. Unopened Jack Burton or open Jack Burton, no accessories. Right now, top result is $95. Buy it now.
Okay.
Sealed Big Trouble in Little China Wild Man monster figure 130.
Hmm.
Um, the full set complete opened 494.
I'm seeing one. Let's see here.
185
On
Jack Burton
eBay,
new in
looks like
box.
complete set is 639.
Yeah, I just saw that. Like, that's a little much.
That's a little pricey.
Like, I like that movie. I don't like it that much.
Yeah.
But
I would definitely not spend over
yeah.
$600 on them.
So what else did you pick up? Those? Did you pick up anything else?
No, that was it. Those three things. Cause yeah, I mean, especially with picking up Cyclops, like I
Yeah.
think I spent 210, which was like a little over my budget, but it was like right around there. And I was like, because I think Cyclops rounded it out. Because I was looking at Cyclops and it was 100, and I looked at my wallet and I was like, I have 5 bills left. All
Yeah.
right, that's it. So
That's
so
awesome
yeah,
though.
so that was the last thing. So yeah, no, I was pretty happy with that. And then I was talking to one of the guys. He gave me a thing for a couple of other conventions he's planning on going to that happened in Florida. So yeah, I'm probably going to be going to another one of those in the next couple of months, hopefully.
And
Um,
in,
See how the money situation is, but
in the fig game again, man.
I know, man.
But you're actually you're in the action figure game because
Yeah.
you used to buy we used to buy anime statues.
Well, I know you can't really see it, but I still have all my anime figs all the way over there. Um, I mean, I'm still not, out of the anime fig game. I just didn't see any that I think the only ones that they had there that were anime were, I did see two that looked kind of cool, but I couldn't tell how much they were, and I didn't feel like asking the lady that was behind the desk. But I saw that there was a pair of Elric and Alphonse figs from Full Metal, and
Hmm.
I was like, "Fuck, I would like almost want to buy those, but I don't feel like asking you how much they are because I'm probably not going to get them
Were
if
they figures or they statues?
they were." Well, they weren't Figma. I didn't. They didn't look like they were opposable. It looked like they were more statues, but they
Okay.
didn't have bases. It did, or at least it
Okay.
didn't look like they had bases, which was kind of
Because
weird. So.
they just there's a couple just released a couple 12-inch figures that were like
Mhm.
180, 190,
Okay.
200. I forget what the
I
company who
saw
made
some
them.
ad on Facebook or something like that from like Funimation or Crunchyroll that there was like a new. It was like it wasn't two separate figs. It was like a joint fig of them together, um, doing some sort of like alchemist circle or something like that. It looked super rad, but I think it was like 250, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's a little too much.
Well, I what was I gonna say? Talking about figs. Um, I don't know. Whatever. But what else have you been checking out?
So besides that, there's a couple things I watched this week. So the first thing I did was I watched the first episode of HBO's Lovecraft Country
Oh right,
that
yeah.
just started this week. Um, it's an HBO show, so it doesn't look bad. I like the premise. It's an interesting premise overall, with just like dealing with um, it kind of intermixes like Lovecraft lore and like monsters and stuff like that, intertwines that with like race relations and kind of from what the look of head looks like, it looks like it's going to be not so much about race relations, but more dealing about like legacy and like passing stuff down, and like the whole thrust of the story is the main character's looking for his dad, who like said that he was trying to find out some stuff about his mom's past and then hasn't been seen for like 2 weeks, so it kind of looks like it's thrusting into that family tree and linealogy and that kind of stuff. through like the lens of like Lovecraft and the occult horror and stuff like that. And the creature designs look great. I mean, they only showed like the one creature so far, which are like these weird. They're like nocturnal, weird. They're not like demodogs, but they're some sort of weird like Lovecraftian like bipedal animal type of thing, or quadrupedal, whatever, when
Right.
they like run on the ground with four legs. I can't remember. But it was something weird like that. They have like a bunch of eyes and like they can't be in the light. They've got like the weird like blind thing from like what was it, like The Descent or something like that, where it's like you shine light and their eyes go like milky white. So interesting creature concept. And I mean, it looks good. The cinematography is great. I really like the way that the show looks and the camera choices that they make. There's a lot of good framing. So overall, I'm happy with that. I don't know. I'll keep watching it and see if it picks up. I mean, it's just like I don't know. If it goes down the route of Watchmen, I'll probably drop it when I dropped Watchmen, which was like 3 or 4 episodes in. But it's also not something where it's like I don't know. I'm not too into Lovecraft, so it's not like destroying my love of this genre or whatever. If it's like taking chances and mixing stuff up, and also I just feel like the Lovecraft genre in general is like leans more towards experimentation than something
Hmm.
like the Watchmen series. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm having fun with that. It's not too terrible so far. So
Yeah, I saw it came out, but I didn't check it out. I had no desire to check it out.
yeah,
Like, the first trailer didn't impress me enough for me to want to check it out.
yeah.
Um,
Obviously, I mean, I'm more excited for it because I mean, after watching that trailer, basically the trailer is just all full of stuff from episode one. Um, I actually don't remember a single shot from that trailer, at least that stood out. That was like not from that first episode.
yeah,
So I mean, the trailer kind of hinged hard on like the race relationship stuff with like the cops and whatnot.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the first episode, all those cops got fucking murdered. So,
Of
um,
course it did.
yeah. So
SOP.
no, we'll see where it goes from there. But I'm really liking the like occult aspect to it. It seems like, especially they like get to the actual like Lovecraft country. It seems like there's going to be some secret society stuff with the house that they show up in and like lineages with his family and whatnot. And
Right.
so I'm interested to see where that goes. Um, Hopefully they lean more into that kind of stuff because I find that more interesting.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, if I hear the show is more urban fantasy,
yeah,
then by all means I might check it out. But if it's just going to be a avenue to talk about more
yeah,
political stuff, which is
hmm
again we talked before, it's important to have that in shows. I'm all about it. Um, there's a lot of shows that do this exact same theme, and I just don't need to watch it all the
a lot
time.
of shows on HBO that do this
You know,
exact same thing. So
if I just had Watchmen, I don't need it again.
yeah,
I don't need the same metaphors and the
hmm
same things over again. Um, not saying it's good or bad. And haven't seen it, don't know, but I just
no,
don't need it twice within a year period. I need something unique and different.
yeah,
Um, and if this show becomes like, hey, this is like supernatural, or like it
mhm,
becomes like this fucking like they're out there fucking running from these monsters and fighting these monsters, I'm all about it.
yeah.
I'm all about
I'm
that.
all. We'll see. I'll let you know if it gets to that point. I mean, they're definitely like, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say they're like fighting back because they're not like fucking sorcerers or anything like that. But I mean, they have like flashlights and they're using like things that like normal humans would use if you're able to find like some sort of weakness against these like demonic fucking creatures. Um, but yeah, we'll see. They did the vampire or werewolf shit where like one of the cops got bitten by one of the dogs and like turned into a dog, so that was kind of weird. I don't know where that's going, but yeah, so that's interesting. Moving on. This is related to a piece of news that I saw because I realized that I saw the news when I saw the news that I hadn't watched the movie yet. So I decided to watch Murder on the Orient Express
Oh yeah.
by Kenneth Branagh. Um, it's a fine movie. Um, it's a fun. I mean, it's in that genre that I love, which is detective fiction, and I really love that kind of stuff, especially with like the Sherlock Holmes esque character that is basically the know-it-all that like puts the pieces together to solve the crime.
Hmm.
I haven't read too much of the really any of the Hercule stuff that Christie has done, so I really didn't know anything about this or Death on the Nile, really. And so I like the story a lot. I don't know how much it's changed. I assume probably not much because Kenneth Branagh seems like one of those people that like basically just adapts the source material and that's it. From what I've seen of his stuff, it seems like he's very much a like by the book kind of director and adapter. Um, but I mean, honestly, the best thing that's got going for it is the fucking stacked cast that this movie has. Fucking Daisy Ridley. It's got fucking Willem Dafoe being an absolute scene stealer whenever he shows up. I love Dafoe so much. Kenneth Branagh is great. He helps linchpin the movie together. I really don't know the other guy. The guy who's like his like Playboy sidekick. I don't really know. I feel like I recognize his face, but I don't know what else I've seen him in. And then you've got Judi Dench, and you've got Olivia Colman from The Favorite, and I think she was in the Netflix series, the Queen Elizabeth one. I think she's in that too. But I love her, so it was great to see her. I mean, you just got stacked cast full of people. So that I think that's really what helped carry the movie for me going forward. But yeah, so that was a fun watch. Didn't mind it too much.
Yeah, I
It's a little long,
remember
I think.
I saw it in theaters when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm no Agatha Christie fan. Really don't really care. But it was a fun movie. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Ending was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And with the new one coming out, I'm excited to see the new one for what it is. I mean,
With an even more stacked cast, like fuck, dude.
But whenever I think of Kenneth Branagh, it's so hard to pinpoint
Mm-hmm.
things I don't like that he does because he's really good at everything.
Yeah.
Like he's a solid director, he's a great actor,
Mm-hmm.
and when I think back at his like filmography, like he's been in so many cool things.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he's obviously in Harry Potter,
Yeah.
he's great, and I always forget that he plays Loveless in Wild Wild West.
Fuck, that's him.
He plays Doctor Loveless, yeah.
Fuck, dude.
And
That's good
that's
shit.
probably his greatest role. And I'm sure
I mean, honestly, yeah.
some people would probably say it's the Shakespeare stuff he got nominated for, all those
Nah.
movies he's done, like Much Ado About Nothing.
He made a giant
Spider.
creature out of steam and clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
What you can't do any better than that.
Yeah,
That's the peak.
so I think that's probably his best thing. So, what else have you been checking out?
Those were the two pop culture things. So I caught up on anime this week.
Okay.
I need you to hear me out as
Sure.
I talk about this because
Let
I'm
it out.
sure I need everybody to hear me out because this anime brings out strong feelings in people.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly the feeling that the show sucks,
Okay.
which I agree with most of the time. But the shiz really picked up.
Okay.
Sword Art Online, I started picking up too. I watched the last season, which was Alicization. I think last year or 2 years ago or whenever the fuck that came out. And I really like the arc that they're going with right now. And I basically caught up because I'd heard everybody in my anime group talking about the fact that like the current season that's going on right now was like, shit, dude, Sword Art Online's actually a fucking good anime now. And I was like, all right, I'll be the judge of that. So I picked up because they split this last season into two parts. So I watched the last, what was it, 12 plus 7. Okay, so 19 episodes. Plus, the Alicization 24 episodes that was before that. I really like it a lot. I think it's a really, really solid anime. I think it's gotten out of the isekai stuff, and I really feel like, especially with the Alicization stuff, it almost feels like just a fantasy series to me, which I like a whole lot more. Because, I mean, the whole premise of this new arc is that he gets attacked by somebody from the first Sword Art, and he's basically trapped mind-wise in this new. It's not a VR. It's not an MMO. It's like a program being created by the government to help create like real bottom-up AI intelligence and stuff like that. And so it's full of these AI cubes that are basically copied versions of people's souls from real life and like using that as a basis to create these AI. His mind gets stuck in there as they're trying to like heal his body, or because he got trapped by some sort of fucking MacGuffin that like makes him get trapped in this world. But I really like it a lot because it just doesn't. I mean, it doesn't feel like a VR. It doesn't feel like he's like inside a game. It feels like he's in an actual program. I mean, it's the magic system is a little bit more toned down from what we've seen in like previous Sword Art and like other isekai anime and stuff like that. It just feels like a much more like grounded fantasy type of show.
Right.
And it's gotten to the point where it's like, especially when they're doing like battle scenes, it's not like they're cutting up pixels, like people are actually like bleeding out. So it's got that kind of like, and it feels like it's trying to get away from that, just like, oh, we're stuck in a game. They're trying to put weight to the deaths and the actions that are happening in this world. So I like that a lot.
Right.
Plus, Kirito was in a coma for the past, 19 episodes, so that was great. So it was actually focusing on like different characters other than like this.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was in a coma. It was
that
great.
Sounds like a show sucks then.
No, it was great. It was great to not have him being like the weird OP guy that like just wins for no fucking reason.
Because he's a beater or whatever the fuck they call him.
No, but he's like, that's what I worked for like the first arc, but then after that, like he's just in regular games.
I watched.
Dude,
I think Sword Art Online is trash. I think Sword Art Online is complete garbage. I think it's a complete trash book. Never read the book. I'm gonna say it right now. I think it fucking sucks. I think Sword Art Online, the anime, I haven't seen what you're talking about, so I can't comment on it, but I'm going to.
I think you would like it. I honestly think you would.
I think maybe, but also I've seen the first season. I haven't seen the second season.
The first. This is my problem with SAO because it has the same problem because it had this with the first and the second season. It didn't have that with Alicization, with the last 20 episode season that they had, which is why I thought that they seemed to be turning over a new leaf because I liked it a lot more. I didn't have that thing where it's like halfway through I was like, well, this shit fucking blows.
Okay, but
when you had the thing where it's like the first 12 episodes are one thing, and then the second half are something else, and the second half always fucking blows.
Zach, you have to know in the back of your mind that whenever this show gets good, like it's like fucking good, like you're like, oh my god,
it's fucking good, dude.
You're watching these scenes and you're like, oh my gosh, man, this is some Ava level goodness,
dude. First of all, okay, it's not Ava level goodness.
But you're looking, Zach.
But it's a good action.
But you're telling me, Zach, that when
the budget looks off the fucking charts,
you're
dude.
watching this anime.
God,
you're watching this anime.
Let me show you these fucking clips. I'll show you how fucking top tier this budget looks.
You're watching this anime, and you're thinking it's good, and you're excited for these scenes because it looks good. They're putting money for all those figs that they sold, those weird kids. You're all about it. But then in the back of your mind, something is creeping up. You're like, what is that? What is that itching on the back of my neck? What is that feeling? And you remember that the main girl is being held captive by two slime people for no reason.
Look, that's a bad part. That's a bad part of the season. I hate that arc. That arc is all that's that second half of that first season. That shit blows.
You're like, wait, hold on. Why is the main character flirting with his sister in the video game?
First of all, he didn't know that she was his sister.
Oh, really?
She fucking lied. Also, she didn't know that he was his brother. But it is weird when that happens. Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me show you this. Let me show you this fucking god. Let me show you this fucking death ray that fucking shows up in this fucking show. Hold on.
While Zach looks for that, I want everyone to know that I don't condone watching anime where the main character tries to fuck his sister, which pretty much is a lot of anime. So that just takes away a lot of stuff.
I was going to say, first of all, that's a lot of anime that you're getting rid of right there.
Yeah, that's a lot of anime.
Hold on, here we go. Hold on. Let me show you this shit right here. Okay, well, it's a long clip, but
okay.
I'll get you to the point where it's like...
Now give me a time code.
Let me get you this time code. Do it right around here. Okay. You just watch this, and you tell me this doesn't look fucking... tell me this budget doesn't look fucking godlike. All right.
Okay, hold on. Let me...
It's like some fucking fate, ufotable fucking budget coming out of this fucking show right now.
Okay. No, real quick, you can't compare this show to another show that no one has any idea what the fuck's going on.
What are you talking about? People know what's going on in Fate.
Yeah, not if you're a new fan.
Well, yeah. Well, that's why you gotta watch it.
All right, hold on. I'm loading it up. I'm on YouTube right now. Let me just double
Okay.
check. Okay, there's some fire going on. There's like a dragon.
Yes, there's dragon stuff.
Okay. For this title, the video is too long. It's called
It's a long time.
SAO colon Alicization. Which, first off, what the fuck does that mean?
It's the name of the program of them
Okay.
trying to create as AI.
Alicization dash War of Underworld colon or a colon, yeah. Alice versus Ogre and Dark Mages. Okay. Here we go.
Look at this shit in 1080p, dude.
Live
Tell me
reaction.
this doesn't look fucking godlike.
Live reaction. Okay. This is what the channel's becoming, the live reaction.
Yeah, live reaction channel.
Okay.
Look at this fucking death ray.
Okay. That's not possible. An art on the scale that not even I have seen. Who is this character supposed to be, like his girlfriend from the first show?
No, she's the AI. She's just one of
That's
the AIs.
it? Zach, what are you talking about? Nothing happened.
What are you talking about? This fucking death ray. Everybody fucking got killed. Look at all this fire and shit. Look at that fucking path of destruction.
Oh, I think you gave me the time code at the end of it, because I literally when I
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I clicked on the video, all there was just fire and the camera panning, and then I went to the YouTube guys.
Well, go back to Go back to
I'm scrolling back to
10. Go to like 106.
Okay, 106. Yeah. This is his girlfriend?
No, this is a different girl. That is the AI.
Looks like his girlfriend.
Well, there's a lot of girls in SAO, so that's the other thing.
Bloom My Flowers, which is very much what Rukia's brother would say from Bleach.
That's true. Well, you got a lot of.
Also, no. Hold on.
Her sword turns into fucking.
Her sword turns into flowers. That's
kind of
straight ripped off of Byakuya from Bleach.
Well, I mean, it's definitely got some Bleach stuff going on.
Okay, back to play. All right, turns into a flower. Then it's a little thing. Okay. God, I love when anime and like Japanese shit has random words just to make stuff sound cool. Okay, she's beaming people.
She's beaming them.
They're just standing there.
They're falling apart. Look at them. Look at them falling apart. Okay, fine. You know what? You want to see some?
I mean, it's all right, I guess. Where's Kirito at?
Kirito's in a coma. He doesn't even come back until like 3 episodes after this. All right, you watch this shit then.
Yeah,
this man's a fucking G.
I wasn't that impressed with that clip, Zach.
I'll show you this clip then, because this man is a fucking G.
Right,
this man has a sword that literally splits time. Time-splitting sword, I tell you.
All right, hold on. Let me check, cause. Okay, hold on. Oh. Okay, hold on.
Actually, this is much better. I actually should have showed you this first.
All right.
This fight scene is much better.
All right, hold on. You load it up.
I love the death ray shit, but this is like an actual fight scene.
Go to call. Go back to call. Okay. Okay. The art style looks way better than the first season.
Yeah. Oh, the art! I told you, man. The art. I think I like what they updated the art. I think the budget looks sick. The power system especially in this world is a lot better.
Okay. Who's the guy I'm looking forward to? The guy in the blue or the guy in the black?
Blue hair guy.
Okay, cool. He's the good guy.
Yes.
He lost his arm.
One-armed.
He has like a Dragon Ball. He's like a black beam ball going on. Okay, all right. He's doing an evil slash.
Evil slash.
Okay. He's getting hit. The guy's like, "Where'd you go?" Oh no, is that it? Typical anime bad guy. Okay. He's slashing at nothing because he sucks.
You just wait. You just wait.
All right, guys. I know this is crazy podcast, guys.
I wish that people could see this. Oh,
Okay, he gets flown into the air.
yes.
He's dead. Um. Okay. Guy in the cloak walks over, does his typical bad guy thing. Dragon does something.
Dragon
Blue,
does something.
blue eyes white dragon like bites him, throws some fireballs at him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, god damn it, dude. Mm. I love this character so fucking much. Oh, god damn it. Oh, love that character so fucking much.
Um. Okay.
Tell me that didn't
That was
look
a lot of
godlike.
silence. Now I will say this: it looked good.
Looked
It
godlike.
looked good.
Yes.
It was not good.
How dare you?
Not because it was animated bad. Because I don't know the characters, I don't know the story, I don't know who those people are, so I can't say it's bad in that sense, right? I'm not trying to dog
Mm-hmm.
you. I'm saying that
Okay.
weapon is such a fucking like the idea that no one saw this but me obviously because they're not why they can't
Right.
see what I watched. But like
Right.
he said, the guy said I cut your past.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have the ability to just do that, you're invincible.
Well, it takes the whole, especially with they explain this more in the anime later on, but like using those kind of like sword arts that they use
Mm-hmm.
that like the knights use takes up life energy. So like him doing that basically like because he dies after that, it basically took up the remainder of his life
But
energy
they're
to be able
but
to
these
use.
people are trapped in the game. Let's go back to the real world.
Well, no, he's an AI, so it's
Okay.
just a soul. So when you die, when an AI dies in this world, they're just dead, like they're
So
gone.
but they're just computer programs.
Right. But it's based on the whole fact of like they're based off other people's souls. So
Right.
it's not like an NPC or anything like that that's like especially with like the way the experiment's supposed to they're trying to make the experiment work. It's just like, you can't just be repeating the same people
So
over and over.
what's Kirito's overpowered sword arts?
I don't know. He just came back like literally
Okay.
like this episode and started like doing shit. So
He didn't come back in a cool anime way where like
Oh no, he definitely did. Uh
everyone's getting beaten down, and there's like a big ass attack that goes like, and then
Well, he basically comes back like the part of the show where I mean it just happened. Episode 6 is like when he comes back, and it's like there was a bunch of basically the bad guys made a bunch of like American, Chinese, and South Korean players enter this world to be able to like make their plans go further. They basically lied to all these people and like have them start killing all these AI. Um, and so Kirito basically comes back. He uses one of those swords art, which is from his best friend that is from the Alicization series, who had a ice sword. His power is that basically you can like basically freeze anybody around him.
mm-hmm.
So he does that when he wakes up. He like basically freezes all the other players except for like one of the other main bad guys, and then he just had a fucking sick ass like 15-minute long duel with him where he's fucking dual blading it up and like doing the fucking Kirito shit. So but it
Okay.
felt earned. It felt earned because he's
Okay.
basically gone for like 20 episodes up to this point
Well,
in a coma. So
I'm glad you are enjoying it.
I'm having a good time with it.
That's all that
So
matters. That's all that
yeah.
matters. Just remember in the back of your mind next time you're enjoying it that there's two slime people keeping a white girl or a Asian girl
I'll tell you what though, they
captive.
definitely don't forget you. They definitely don't make you forget that shit. Because that definitely it got brought up in like an episode or two ago. Where it was like one of the characters that ends up being like a mole in the group that's like doing this experiment. He was like fucking with the program basically.
Right.
He was one of those characters that was the slime people.
That's what I
And I was
figured.
like, seriously, you gonna bring
I
that shit back
figured.
again? Those fucking dumbass rapey slime people. Oh, it
Did
was so.
he, I
There was
bet.
definitely points where I was upset with this show.
Yeah.
for sure. Like even in this current stuff, like there was one point where it was like his sister gets transported into the world, and that witch you saw
Hmm.
saying that like I've never seen anybody use my power or something like that. She
Yeah.
comes back and like tentacle fucks his sister, and I'm like, why? Why are we doing this again? Why
Yeah.
are we doing this? So I mean, I still got pissed off at that, but we're done with that now. She got fucking sliced in half, which was fucking. I mean, I saw something online about it because I mean, this is a complaint that
Sword
everybody.
art.
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
No. Oh, god damn it. No. I mean, I saw somebody. I think it was in a YouTube video because I mean, this is the complaint that everybody has with Sword Art is that,
Hmm.
for the most part, all of his villains end up becoming like weird, rapey
Yeah.
people. That like, I mean, everybody's just like, why? Why does every villain have to rape? And basically, somebody was like, I'm pretty sure it's like the only way he knows how to write villains because it's
Yeah.
just a super cheap way to write a villain and be like, oh, everybody hates the person that tries to rape
Yeah.
like one of the main characters, so just have them do that. And it's just like, but every time I see that, I'm so sick of it at this point.
Well, but it's also because it's Japanese, and like
Maybe I don't know.
Japanese anime
There
is
are other
so
Japanese anime where their villains are like complex and like don't just
sure,
go around raping people. I
sure, but
don't know.
there is something about isekai and rape that go just hand in hand.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Well, it's also just like, I mean, even thinking of just like traditional fantasy, because now I'm thinking, I thought about it too, because even in traditional fantasy, there's
Oh
a lot of
yeah,
like rape and sexual assault in there too.
yeah.
So maybe that's where he's getting it
Well,
from too.
it's a cheap way to be like instead of writing complexity,
Yeah,
it's a cheap way to use wrestling terms. It's cheap heat,
yeah,
where it's easy for the no the heel to get booed if
yeah.
you insult the city. Well, it's easy for the bad guy. It's easy for you to hate Griffith because he like rapes Casca
He rapes Casca. Yeah.
in front of Guts. You know, so
Well,
it's like,
people, I mean, I feel like that's a bad example because people hate Griffith for many more reasons other
but
than that.
people also like Griffith for a lot of reasons.
Well, yeah, I've seen that. I mean, I haven't caught up to it, but apparently, like the stuff that's like currently going on in Berserk, they're like he's doing some other stuff with Griffith, and people are like, "Fucking Griffith's back," and I was like, "I
Well, it's like
fucking hate this
he
character."
brings back his band of whatever from what I hear, and he's like, I became a god hand so I could like save the world or whatever, some bullshit.
Yeah, some fucking
That's
dumbass
from what
shit
I'm
like
understanding. I haven't read it, but
that.
you know that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching anime so much. Because obviously not every anime is over sexualized, but a lot of anime is over sexualized
A lot of
for
them,
no
yeah.
reason. And obviously you can pick and choose what you watch, but like that's why I kind of stick to my shonen realm because like I'm not gonna see Luffy be like I'm fighting a bad guy, and the bad guy's gonna be like, oh Robin, I'm
Yeah,
gonna fucking tentacle whatever. Like it's not gonna happen
right.
because
Yeah,
7-year-olds are reading it. You know,
yeah,
it's gonna be like I'm gonna punch you and I'm gonna punch you back. Like
yeah,
that's the extent. You know, I remember I pretty much stopped watching anime around SAO coming out.
yeah.
Um, and I thought the first half of the first season was cool in concept because it was kind of like the really first big
I think it was the
isekai
first big
anime,
isekai. Yeah, I think it was the one that started it all off,
and
especially in anime.
the concept was cool and like I didn't love every episode. I didn't watch everything. I think I saw clips here and there.
Hmm.
Um, but then I saw clips of the second part of it, which is all the slime shit,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, well, I think I'm gonna dip out of this anime game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's definitely the part about SAO, I think, where most people end up checking out. Because, I mean, it's the same thing where it's like that first half of the show
Yeah,
is really, really solid. I think it's like 12 or 13 episodes when they're in like that initial game, whatever game it
yeah.
is. I can't remember. But it's like that initial, arc is like really, really solid. And then after that, it's just like,
And then
what the fuck are we
I tried
doing?
watching the gun one, where it was like
The second season or the
uh,
spin-off one?
the gun one where he's in it, whatever that
Well,
season
there's okay, so that's the second season then,
where
because
he's
there's a
like,
spin-off. There's a spin-off gun one that is really
okay.
really solid.
Well, I tried watching the gun one at some point, and it was like, oh, we're giving you a special model because you're whatever, you're gonna be a girl. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
all right, dude, all right, brother.
yeah,
Like again, I don't care. I don't give a
yeah.
shit. Like there's I was watching something, and this is kind of a tangent on this, but it's relative to what I just mentioned. Where
Hmm.
like in the West, when we draw powerful men characters, we make
Mhm.
them big, like
Yeah.
superhero big. But in like Japan in the East, they make them still slim. Like
Yeah.
so, like without Dragon Ball Z and like the '80s shonen resurgence of like JoJo and like Fist of North Star,
Yeah.
that era being a complete obviously rip off and divergence from that theory because they used to draw people small, so they want to make them big, and they
Yeah.
came back being small again. Like look at like Luffy and like Naruto and those like they don't draw them like massive, and the people that
No.
are massive get beat by skinny people really
Well, even
easily.
like fucking My Hero, like
Yeah,
he's like a small fucking dude. He's like a shrimp.
right. So the divergence of how they draw powerfulness.
Hmm.
Um, so like the idea, like of course the idea of like okay, Kirito is gonna be in like we're gonna put you in this like girl AI body or
Yeah.
whatever character body. For me,
Yeah.
I'm like I don't. First off, it's not that you're designed like a girl. I don't care about that. It's that like and I know what's happening. I know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen for the rest of the season. You're gonna be hit on by every dude character, and it's gonna be fucking weird. You're gonna
It
make it
actually doesn't
weird.
happen because he's not really a girl. He just looks like a girl, but he's still a guy.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know. It was some weird thing that they played off from what I remember of the second season. They played it off. It was how he started talking to like the main girl that
mm-hmm.
uh, is like his co-protagonist for that arc.
The sniper
Then she
girl.
finds out that he's still a dude, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And then
Yeah.
like gets pissed off or whatever, and then she still ends up talking to him like 2 episodes later. But
Right, right, right.
yeah, I don't know. But I would say uh, you could probably, I mean, honestly, if you've watched or at least know from like the first 12 episodes, just skip to like the Alicization stuff. Because first of all, there's not rapey stuff. Well, okay, I can't.
Yeah, there is.
There is one rapey scene in
Yeah,
there. Um, but it's not tentacle porn stuff. But it's still like the
it's
weird
more
cheap stuff.
classic rape.
Yeah, it's just weird sexual assault stuff.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was just like,
Anime,
yeah, I guess.
anime.
Um, but I mean, I really like the current arc that they're doing a lot
Sure.
better than a lot of their other stuff.
Well, yeah,
So
it looks better, so there's that.
yeah. Oh well, yeah. I mean, the budget for it must be fucking ginormous because it
Oh
looks.
yeah, weeaboos love that shit.
I fucking love that shit. God damn it, dude.
Weeaboos love that shit, man.
Ugh,
9 years later, weeaboos still love that shit. 8 years later.
still love it.
Well, Zach, what else you been checking out?
That
Anything
was the
else?
main stuff that I was checking out. I started playing Street Fighter V again. Uh, Online still sucks. Still hate it.
Yeah.
But I was playing Gil. Gil's fun. Um, I like that he doesn't have crush counters. He has the weird fire ice stuff that you have to like switch back and forth between. So I was fun playing with him, but I still hate the online, which makes me sad.
All
Um,
right.
so yeah, that was it. Jason, what you been checking out this week, my man?
I got a couple things here I'll run through right quick. First things first, I watched for the first time ever
Mm.
The Taking of Pelham 123, the remake
Is that
with
the John Travolta?
John
Denzel?
Travolta, Denzel Washington train
Mm,
movie. It's a remake from, I guess, a 70s, 80s movie.
I think so.
Never seen either one. First time seeing this one.
I've seen the Denzel one. The Denzel one's not that bad. I like
It
it.
was really good, and it makes me like. I always forget that like if I had to name like top three actors of like the
Denzel's
last
a
30
great fucking
years,
actor.
like he's like it's like Tom Hanks,
Yeah.
Denzel. Like I don't know who the third person is, but like those two guys are like
Denzel always
so
kills it, dude.
good. He's so good. He's good at everything. I really enjoyed it for what it was because they don't make movies like that anymore. And that like again we talk about
Not
that
really, yeah.
mid budget movie and that's like a mid budget film. They don't
Mhm.
really make that stuff anymore. But I really enjoyed it for what it is. Cool heist
Mhm.
hostage movie. Uh, I watched a couple episodes of the Netflix Ultraman.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And,
think I talked about that because I watched that when it came out. The anime one, right?
yeah, the anime one.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I don't like it.
It's not traditional Ultraman because
It's
it's
not.
more like a henshin
It
type of
is.
thing
It's
than it
more
is
like
like the kaiju stuff.
it. They don't get big from where I'm
Yeah.
at yet, and it's more to the
They
armor.
I mean, I watched the first season. I think there's a second season coming out, but I watched the first season. They don't get big.
They don't get big.
It's
It's
more
an
like Power
armor.
Rangers.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
armor. I don't like that. I want him to turn into Ultraman, but
Mhm.
and the CG usually bothers me, but it didn't bother me in this. I thought it was perfectly fine. So
Yeah.
I haven't finished that. I'm still in the middle of that. I watched Gone Girl last night again,
Fuck yeah, dude. God damn it.
and
Such a
I
great.
watched it with my girlfriend because she's never seen it before.
What? Oh my god.
And halfway through the movie, when it switches
That halfway point. Yeah.
before it switches to Amy's part, the whole time she's like, "Fuck Ben Affleck, he sucks. He fucking did it. It's obvious he killed her. All this shit." And I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
I was about to. Are you just sitting there, just
I'm
like,
like, yeah. No, I was like, I mean, yeah, I guess, whatever.
yeah.
And then it cuts to her in the car. I was like, fucking got you.
Mic drop.
And then in the movie, like, she's like, is he gonna die? Is he gonna die? I'm like, no, he's fine. He's not gonna die. Is she
No.
gonna die? I'm like, no, he's not gonna die. It's
No,
just worse.
she just traps him
Just
forever in a
worse.
loveless relationship
But
that he
even
can never escape.
but even with the ending of Gone Girl, like, I would just leave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the fear would be that she would just fucking frame me for murder again.
But who cares?
Well, she would. I assume that she would probably kill the baby.
Fuck
at
it.
that
Who
point.
cares? At that point. At that
But it's
point.
still his kid, right? Is it not his kid?
Yeah, it's his kid. Yeah.
Yeah, because she like forces him to have sex in the shower.
No.
Is
What
that
happened? No. What happens is in the beginning of the movie, they keep talking about the thread is that like, oh, he didn't want to have kids,
Mm-hmm.
when in reality it was like, it was her. So
Yeah.
he went to like a fertility clinic and like froze his semen.
Mm-hmm.
So she went and like got it and like
Oh
inseminated
yeah.
herself.
I need to watch that movie again. It's been like a couple of years since I've seen it.
So like, it's still really really good. It's obviously David Fincher, so it's 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's so funny. Like, I remember, I told her, I was like, listen, this is not about if I said, if you think that anything that Nick deserves in this movie, you're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
If you think anything that happens to him is deserved, you're a fucking psychopath.
No, I'll tell you the real test. It's if a girl hears the cool girl speech and she's like, "Fuck yeah, that's fucking
Yeah.
wrong." You're a psychopath.
You're a psychopath. Like there's parts of that speech that I get completely.
I get it, but like the main thrust of that speech is just like,
Yeah. I'm gonna.
if you agree with the main theme of that speech, you're a psychopath.
But also just like the idea of like, I'm gonna control you. I'm gonna make you. We're gonna pretend. I'm gonna control you, make you who I want you to be. All this kind of shit. So, good movie. Then I watched the first couple episodes of TMNT, the original cartoon,
The '80s one.
the '80s one.
Okay.
I really wanted to watch it because I definitely haven't seen all
I
of
don't
it.
think I've ever watched it because I remember. I mean, the one that got me started on TMNT was the
2003.
Fox WB, the anime one.
Yeah, 2003.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the original in bits because I had VHS tapes as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just random episodes collected on a VHS
Yeah.
tape. So I haven't seen the whole show. It's like 100-some episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just picking away at it just to watch it. I've been doing that a lot. I'm doing that with G.I. Joe. I'm doing that with Ninja Turtles. I'm doing that with Thundercats and Masters of the Universe. So I'm just bouncing around all these 80s classics that I haven't seen in full. And I'm watching a lot of their reboots. But if I finish this TMNT, I'm going to start the one that was our childhood, which is the 2003.
Yeah.
You know.
God, that 2003 TMNT is such a good fucking show. God
Well,
damn it.
the vibe is better.
It's more mature from what I
The
remember.
80s one is really goofy and funny, and
Yeah.
not that the 2003 one is not funny, but it's more
Yeah.
it's more in line with like, we're ninjas and we take shit seriously.
It feels more like a teenage show, whereas like the one from the 80s feels more like a kid's show.
Completely. So I'm watching that, and then lastly, I finished High Score.
I forgot. I didn't finish it, but I did start it. I think I've watched the first 2 episodes. I like it.
It's
not bad.
It's fine.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It feels like it fits a similar vein of like a lot of the Netflix mini documentary series, which is like, I don't know. I feel like it's at the point where it's like the concept is interesting, and I enjoy learning about this kind of history. But it feels like, I mean, this is probably just from the miniseries aspect of it. feels like it jumps around a lot.
It jumps
Um,
around, and also parts of it I just don't think were that well done. Like,
mm,
um, towards the end, they do more modern stuff leading up into like the
mm-hmm,
PS, to like 3D graphics, and I thought that was really
mm-hmm.
good. The fighting game one was okay.
I didn't watch that
The
one.
Sega stuff was okay. There's parts of it that I really liked and parts that I didn't care about.
I really
Um,
liked the first episode. I really liked the retro stuff going through like Space Invaders and Pac-Man and all that stuff.
yeah, I like that stuff. I would rather see a lot of those documentaries broken into their own things, which is why I'm waiting for
Yeah.
which is why I'm waiting for the Midway documentary,
Hmm.
because I think that like they get to Mortal Kombat, they get to Street Fighter 2,
Yeah.
and that's like a good part of that's my favorite episode of the show, of the series is the fighting game episode.
Yeah.
But like I would rather them do a whole documentary on Street Fighter 2 or
Hmm.
Mortal Kombat, which is kind of what I'm expecting from the Midway documentary is a lot of focus on Mortal Kombat, or at least
Right.
majority of the documentary. If it's probably not, but still.
Hmm.
So, oh, and also the last episode has Doom.
Oh fuck
It has
yeah.
a lot of
Oh
like
yeah.
John Cor. They had interviews with what's his name?
They got
John.
Wolfenstein too, or just Doom?
They talked to John Romero about Wolfenstein and them
Okay.
creating the 3D, the first person kind of how that works. So there's
Hmm.
parts of it that are really cool. Um, but there's parts of the show episodes where I really didn't give a shit. I just didn't care at
Yeah.
all.
I can see that. I think it's because I think where I got at in the second episode when I dropped off, it seemed like I can't remember, but I think it was like going into like the DDR stuff, which I just don't really care about.
Mhm.
Like the rhythm games kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm not a big rhythm game kind of guy, so I didn't care about that too much.
And
I really like the
also,
stuff with the cabinets, especially when they talked about the MIT guys who did like
yeah,
the
that was great.
enhancement stuff.
That
That
stuff's
was
great.
that was interesting
I
stuff.
actually also completely skipped the D&D adventure stuff.
Oh, they have one?
I
Okay.
started watching it and I was like, I don't care,
Yeah.
and I skipped.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe I'll watch it at some point again, but like they're not
Hmm.
really tied together for the most part, so it's not like you have to
Yeah, it
watch
doesn't
them.
really seem like it. Yeah.
So that's the last thing I checked out really. Oh,
Hmm.
besides this, I'm a toy
Okay.
hunter. I'm looking for toy
Yeah.
exclusives. I'm also looking for soda exclusives.
Woo.
So I saw this Mountain Dew
Okay.
exclusive to Speedway. It's called Mountain Dew Spark.
Okay.
It's
Interesting.
warm now because it's been sitting here for an hour. I've had one. I have about four. I had one last night. It's pretty good.
Okay. Okay.
I might not drink this now on the podcast because it's warm and I kind of want to drink it cold. But I
Yeah.
have it and it's good. It's raspberry
I like the
lemonade.
color of it. It's
Yeah,
like a
it's raspberry
tan.
lemonade.
Okay.
It's pretty
That
cool.
sounds like
It
a good flavor combination.
has a car on it. It's pretty good. I liked it. That's my review.
Okay.
So, Zach, that is
Solid stuff.
my list of things I did.
Yes.
Let's get to the
News?
news.
Is this true?
Jason.
Yes, it's true. This
Jason.
man has.
What's up?
Jason.
Hmm.
It's a big weekend.
It's a big weekend.
Big weekend for DC.
It is.
Lot of shit coming out of DC fandom. Let's talk about the fucking Batman. That teaser trailer looks pretty fucking good.
How do you feel about it? Like for real, break it down.
I honestly, I really liked it a lot. I like that it seems like it's going more towards like a. I mean, it hits the note that Matt Reeves is kind of talking about. It seems like it's going to be much more of like a noir type of thing. Um, I think the thing that I don't like the weird like smudged eye makeup that he has around him when he takes the cowl off. I think that looks weird. I like his action. I like his brutal, quick Batman. He
Yeah.
like just fucking pummels that dude to fucking unconsciousness. So I like that. I like the way that Gordon looks with what's his face?
Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright. I think Jeffrey Wright looks great. You don't really see, and you get glimpses of the villains, but you don't. I can't really tell what any of them are. Colin Farrell is unrecognizable as the Penguin. If who I thought was the Penguin thing that showed up. From what I saw, I don't like the way Catwoman's costume looks.
Yeah.
It's just like a ski mask that they put on her,
Hmm.
and I just don't think that looks good. But I like the Batsuit in motion. I think it looks good. Because I mean, I think we talked about it a little bit when they had those screenshots of when he was on the bike.
Yeah.
It didn't look that solid, but in this trailer, I like the way that it looks on him.
I I watched it last night. I watched it
Mm.
twice. Um, my initial thoughts are that it looks good. The teaser, it's a well made teaser trailer.
Yes.
It looks like Tim Burton. It's very Tim
Mm,
Burton-y in the sense of like this Gotham looks like it's weird.
I don't really remember. Yeah,
Like the
I would say
between the
it looks.
music, the color correction, the patterns,
Mm,
the haircut, the spray paint. It looks like it's like a alt Gotham.
yeah, I could see that. I feel like it looks like,
Because why
especially with
wouldn't
like the overall like griminess and stuff. I think
it?
it seems to be leaning more into like the Joker aspect of like that kind of like looking Gotham, where it's all like grimy and dirty and
Because like
yeah,
the moment like okay the music is whatever song that is, it's like very like Smashing Pumpkins esque song going on. It's like a
mm-hmm.
grungy song. The vibe of like the crime scene is like everyone knows he's Batman. Everyone has him there. Everyone's okay with him there.
Yeah. Well, there's that
So
one
that's
scene where he's
cool.
like he basically faces off against like the GCPD. I don't know why he's in like some weird cage and like starts to like try to fist fight them or something like
Yeah.
that.
So that's cool.
Which seems like he's going to be a much more emotional Batman, so I'm in for that.
But I think he in costume.
Mhm.
I I'm still 50-50 on that costume. Part of me thinks it looks really cool.
I
Like
honestly like it a lot. I think.
I'm 50-50. Part of me thinks the costume looks like your head is just like at the bottom of the
What
screen.
is it? Oh my God! Sorry.
No, you're good. The
Where am I
like
wrong? Oh
it
my
looks
God!
like you like it was just like a tip like just like this.
I
It
think
was
I
like
got.
it was like
I think I
this.
was like. I think I was
Yeah.
trying to. I was like playing the trailer in the background just to remind myself. So I think I was like trying to like get it in a
Angle it right.
light. Yeah.
Um, I'm 50 on the costume. I think the costume. Part of me thinks it looks really cool because it looks like a knight. It looks
Yeah.
very like knighty, so it makes sense obviously. But
Yeah.
then the other half of me thinks it looks bad because it looks like a knight. Like there's a lot. I'm constantly in this battle of, and this goes to Power Rangers. This goes to every time a Batman comes out. It's always this
So like the way
battle.
this Batmobile looks. God damn it.
Yeah, the Batman mobile looks cool, but it always goes back to this battle that we've had before, and we've had 1,000 times on this podcast, and we're going to have it forever, which is
Mhm.
that continuous battle of realistic costume. Like, of
Mm.
course, this costume would be more realistic. Like,
Well,
it
this
looks
looks. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it's an interesting mix between. I feel like the unrealisticness of Affleck's costume, and then
right.
the absolute uber realism of fucking Nolan's costume.
Right.
So
It's that, in the Power Rangers, like, of course, Power Rangers would be in armor. Like,
yeah.
of course, they would be in armor. You know,
Hmm.
obviously, the last movie I thought looked really bad compared to the first movie, which I thought looked great.
Hmm.
The armor suit in the first movie looked great in Power Rangers. So it's
Yeah.
that constant battle of like, well, of course, Shazam's suit makes no sense because he's also not human. So that
Yeah.
makes sense for him.
Hmm.
Superman's suit makes sense because he's not human. So of course you can have that, but Bruce Wayne is human, so of course it has to be armored. I get that,
Yeah.
but at a certain point it loses like martial arts feel. We're gonna do a lot of punching.
Mm.
Like dude, we
Yeah.
can't kick. We can't do detective work. You can't
Hmm.
be a detective wearing fucking knight armor. And I get that. There's that battle between realism and like
Hmm.
grittiness and like the comic book, and I understand that. But that
Hmm.
being said, I like it, and I think that it looks good in the lighting that we're seeing it in.
Yeah.
The mask cowl I don't love still.
I can't. The problem is like even though I'm scrolling through it, I can't get like a great look at the actual like
Ears are too
face on
short. It
Cal.
looks like a helmet.
I think from behind that shot where he's like rising up from behind, I think that looks good with the Cal. I think face on, from what I've seen of it, it still looks a little
I mean,
weird.
like gauntlets look kind of weird.
Yeah, he's
Um,
got the like I don't know what they are. Some like
yeah,
yeah, some weird like I don't know like compartments or like
yeah.
they're like
I'm
needle
sure.
holes or something like
I'm
that. I
sure
don't
we'll
know,
see him like launch batarangs out of him or something.
something like that.
Bat cave little area looks stupid. You're rich. You can afford.
I don't know. I mean, I like the aspect of it of like because I think I can't remember if this is for sure, but I feel like this is more hinging of like year one Batman, where he's like getting into
But
being a
I'm going to
Batman.
say this, and I'm going to say this as a Batman fan, who and obviously you are as well, but as a Batman fan personally, who reads a lot of Batman comics every month and has for a long time.
Hmm.
Batman would never have long hair.
No, no,
It would
he always
never.
has short hair.
Just for two big reasons. One, it wouldn't fit in the cowl.
Yeah,
Two, it's not effective. Bruce Wayne's
yeah,
effective. It's all about being effective in battle, effective
yeah,
in detective work. So why would you have to worry about this and then having this? He
yeah,
would shave his head before he had long hair. He
yeah.
keeps it styled and short because he has to be Bruce Wayne as well,
Right.
right? So he would never have long hair. So it makes no sense. That's just an aesthetic choice I think is wrong.
Yeah. I
He
think the
would,
part of that for sure, because I think they see aspects of that as well, with Robert Pattinson, like glimpses of him as like Bruce Wayne,
yeah,
just in like the fact that he's like out of the cowl and just looks wrong.
he looks wrong.
Like he doesn't look like a rich,
No,
an uber rich,
and Bruce Wayne. The reason
yeah,
that
socialite.
I'm not saying he has to have this ornate bat cave,
Yeah,
but he would have to have more than just a mirror because
yeah,
it's about effectiveness. It's
hmm,
about technology. He has Wayne Enterprises. It's a massive corporation that makes weapons and technology. He would
hmm,
have, even if it's just one big cave, he would still have proper lighting and gear because he's
yeah,
about effectiveness.
yeah,
You know, the man has been trained, at least in every other Batman's history, by the best detective in the world, the best ninja in the world, the best
hmm,
swordsman in the world. He is the best at. He is the culmination of all those skill sets.
yeah,
Yet, this is what we see of him in not in combat. We only see that little tiny little bit of battle, which I'm
yeah,
fine. Which I'm fine with. That was a fine scene.
yeah,
Um, but the stuff other than that, like I like him walking in the crime scene. I think that's cool. I think that's really
yeah,
cool because that's what like Batman works with GCPD. He
yeah,
works with Gordon. I like that scene a lot because it was cool.
hmm.
I don't like his boots. I was like, oh no, these are
The boots
combat
looked
boots.
weird.
These are
Yeah,
fucking combat boots. This guy with the hot topic. I did not
yeah,
like it at all. But the scene itself I thought was cool.
hmm,
I don't like the Pattinson out of costume stuff at all. I really
yeah.
don't.
I don't like his voice. That was the thing that sounded because it sounded too much like Bale.
it
It
does
just
sound
sounded
like
like
Bale.
it just sounded like Bale's Batman voice. I didn't
And it
like
makes
that
me feel
at
like
all.
it makes me feel like this goes back to also with Bale, but like Batman's articulate
Yeah.
even in costume.
Mm-hmm.
I don't when I hear Bale talk, I know he can't talk for more than a few a few lines doing that
Yeah.
voice. So if Pattinson is doing that, he has to just do his voice. And that's the big difference. The big thing with Batman because obviously it's a comic book, but like
Yeah.
we don't hear Batman talk or hear Bruce Wayne talk,
Yeah.
so we're just assuming that like
In the cartoons, he's just like, yeah, this I just speak
I just
exactly
be the
like Bruce
same,
Wayne.
and like Kevin Conroy would do it a certain way as Bruce, and like maybe like
Hmm.
dazzle it up a little bit as Bruce, and darken it down
Yeah.
as Batman, but it wasn't like I'm rah 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 rah,
Yeah.
that kind of shit.
Honestly, would prefer if they went with the idea. I don't know how you feel about this, but I mean, if they're going through the realistic aspect, I would honestly just prefer that he had like a voice changer or something like that, and just go from that aspect of just like not like him like physically changing his voice, but just having like a
Yeah,
modulator or something like that. I feel like that would make more sense.
I think it would make sense, but clearly in this world of Batman that we're existing in,
Hmm.
doesn't fit with the aesthetic of everything else.
Yeah, maybe.
Like with the Batmobile being like a converted muscle car,
Yeah.
his suit being like a piece of armor, like
Hmm.
it doesn't seem like it make with his like fucking devil lock haircut from
Yeah.
AFI, the band AFI, like it doesn't make sense to me. I think I would rather them do that like with Bruce Wayne, like with like Batfleck.
Hmm.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
But also I think Ben Affleck's voice is good as Batman.
Yeah. Ben Affleck has a good Batman voice.
I think his Batman's good. His voice is good. Um,
I
I
just
don't
like Ben
I,
Affleck as Batman.
I don't hate this trailer. I don't love it. It definitely gets me interested,
Yeah.
which is the point. Which is the point. I can't give it like 10 out of 10 because I didn't see enough.
Yeah.
And my big concern always with Batman is like he does more than punch.
Yeah.
He is a martial. He's a fucking ninja.
Yeah.
He is a goddamn ninja. and we know he's a ninja.
Yeah.
He had a baby with a ninja master lady, and
Mm.
his son is also a ninja.
Yeah.
So I just want to see that. I know it's hard to have Ron Passman go in there and fucking like Donnie Yen it up. I understand, and the costumes prevent that. But if fucking Kamen Rider can do it, fucking Power or Batman can do it.
Yeah.
If Kamen Rider can do it since 1980,
Mm-hmm.
fucking Batman can do it. So
Yeah.
that's the Batman teaser.
Yeah.
Let's just finish up DC fandom. Done.
Okay.
How'd you feel about um, the Gotham Knights stuff? Did you watch the gameplay?
I watched the gameplay. Um, it's I don't know because I didn't play Origins that much because it's the same studio that did Arkham Origins. Um, I didn't play that one that much. I'd be more interested if it was a Rocksteady's game. But it seems like it's going to be. I'm interested in the aspect of doing a Batman game where you get to play as like Nightwing and Robin and I don't really care about playing as Red Hood or Batgirl, but I really just want to play as, especially because I'm pretty sure that's Drake's Robin. So I'm interested in playing as Grayson. It have to be. So I'm interested in playing. It's weird though because we say it have to be, but in the costume in itself, it almost looks like Damien, but it can't be. Um, but but yeah, I'm interested in playing as Drake and Grayson in a video game, and like that was the biggest parts from those original Rocksteady games is they introduced like Nightwing and Robin at some point in those games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I just want to play more stuff like as them, so I'm interested in that aspect of it. I never beat Arkham Knight, but apparently this is a continuation of that because I guess Bruce Wayne died in that game or something like that. I hate that he's dead. I think that's fucking stupid. I think I don't know.
I turned on the gameplay and saw the Batgirl riding the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
I went, oh, okay. It's just more of this. And then I was like, I'm good. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it.
I'm more interested in like the traversal stuff that they've got going on. Because I mean, in the other trailer that wasn't gameplay, they have more stuff of like them using their like grappling hooks and like going around the city like that.
Yeah.
So hopefully they don't force you to do the bike because that was the part that I hated about Arkham Knight was they like forced you to be in the fucking Batmobile for like half the game, and I was like, these are not fun elements to me, so I don't know why you're forcing me to do this.
And I mean, and just like the idea that it's just another Origins game, like a Batman game. I mean, people like those games a lot. I particularly not one of those people that like those games a lot. I think they're fun. I've only played part of the last one, and I didn't love it. And
I beat the first two, and I mean they're great games. I love playing them. Asylum and City were both fantastic fucking games.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't really care. Excuse me. I mean, it looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like even like and then transitioning to like the Suicide Squad game, like I don't really care about that either. Because I feel like it's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I mean, I'm just like we talked about the Suicide Squad game before, but it's just like.
Also, hold on. Is Gotham supposed to be on PS4 or PS5? The Xbox.
I think it's supposed to be. I feel like it should be next gen because I think it's 2021. I would be surprised if it was not going to be on PS5.
I think so. It's supposed to be on next gen consoles. Okay, that's why I thought. That's why I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not super impressed. You know, it looks like more of the same.
Yeah, I would say that for sure.
Which is fine, I guess. I mean, I don't know. People like it. I personally don't, but it looks.
I don't know. I mean, I think I'd be more interested in it as long as I know that like those weird like motorcycle vehicle potions are optional. That's what I want. I don't want a game where I'm like, I don't want another Arkham Knight where it's like I'm forced to do these parts of the game and they're like integral parts of boss battles that like I can't fucking stand. So I don't know. We'll have to see. For me, I'll have to wait and see what more comes out about the game to see if I end up picking it up or not. But I mean, the initial trailer has me interested.
Even in this fucking trailer, Bruce Wayne has short ass hair. Duh.
Yeah. He's got that fucking traditional.
I'm looking at everyone. Like the only person who has long hair is fucking Barbara.
Yeah.
Because she keeps her hair down though. Like, she keeps it at the
Yeah.
back of her thing.
She's got the Batwoman shit where
Yeah.
it like comes out the back. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Suicide
Yeah.
Squad trailer, teaser.
Dude. Okay. The teaser is whatever. It's not really that much of a teaser. That behind the scenes stuff, I'm in. I'm fucking in.
Really?
I'm fucking in, dude.
You care?
I like this a lot. I like.
Why?
I mean, it looks like fucking action. It just looks like a fucking balls to the wall James Gunn action movie.
Yeah.
And I like that he's using weird fucking characters like
Yeah.
fucking Polka Dot Man.
So I watched both, and the teaser was tiring.
The teaser's super tiring because it's just going through all the characters, and it's just
Yeah.
I don't care. I much prefer the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Because you actually see what the fuck is going on in the movie.
Watching the behind the scenes thing for me, I left both those videos being like, I'll watch it. That's it. That's it. I don't feel either way. Like I have
that behind the scenes stuff. It's got me jacked in, dude.
I haven't seen
I don't know
enough
what it is.
of it.
It hit that level for me.
Well, I thought maybe I was gonna be impressed. I thought I was gonna see actual teaser.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember I was watching the character stuff, and I was like, oh wait.
I do find it weird that Joel Kinnaman is back though, because I thought
Why?
that he was like, I don't know, I felt like he was the weakest part of the last one. But I mean, I guess if they're gonna bring Harley Quinn back, then you might as well bring him back.
I got to her, and I was like, oh god. Who the fuck is who's hold on? Who's he playing?
Elba's in this fucking.
He's playing Bloodshot.
Who? Idris?
Yeah.
They called him. No, it's not Bloodshot.
Bloodshot?
What the fuck is his name? Was it? No, it wasn't Bloodshot. What the fuck was his name? It was like
Bloodsport, Bloodshot.
It was like Bloodsport, yeah, or something like that. Well, John Cena looks fucking dope as like the fucking Captain America that kills people. I'm down for that. King Shark looks fucking sick. I like that they're not doing the Killer Croc shit where he's just like got shark skin. He actually has a fucking shark's head, which is what they should have done with Killer Croc. Give him a crocodile's face.
Who the fuck is Bloodsport?
I've never heard of that fucking villain in my entire life.
That has to be a fake character.
Maybe, I don't know. Because I feel like, especially with the villains in this Suicide Squad, James Gunn is just like reaching into like the Silver Age shit and just like dragging out like all these obscure random villains that like nobody's ever fucking heard of.
But no Deadshot.
No, because that's Will Smith.
Yeah, no Deadshot.
No Deadshot.
Zach.
I'm down for it.
I know it's gonna be better than the first movie. Like we know.
Oh,
it's a
100%.
fact. It's a fact.
Yeah.
We know it's gonna be better than the first movie.
Oh, I forgot because there's actually quite a few because you got Viola Davis, you've got Joel Kinnaman, you've got Harley Quinn,
Yeah.
then you got the boy, the kid, Jack Courtney, Captain Boomerang.
Oh yeah. He sucked.
Yeah, he wasn't good.
He sucked. Well, that first movie was just trash.
Yeah.
And Joel Kim was not a bad actor. I know he's a good actor, so he can do great. It's not his fault, you know. Margot Robbie's a great actress. I mean, I think that the detriment to that is that character is fucking annoying.
Yeah, that character's super fucking annoying. That character's
fucking annoying. Oh my god, dude! Did you see
Javeliner?
Did you watch Corridor Digital's video a couple weeks ago where they broke down the fight scene from Birds of Prey?
Yeah, and the stunt guy was like, if you want a hint of like what not to do, this is what not to do.
Oh my god, that's why I'm glad I didn't pay for that
give
movie.
It to him, dude. This is why anybody who ever tries to defend that movie, I just show them that. I'm like, this is a stunt person that says this shit is garbage, so fuck off.
Just watch the fight scene and be like, this looks like ass.
Yeah, it looks bad.
And so Suicide Squad,
once again, it's like it's not their fault, but it's just like, first of all, it just looks like bad choreography, and it's just like you shouldn't have, unless they're like a trained martial artist, you shouldn't have actors or actresses doing these action scenes unless they actually know what they're doing.
They weren't committing to it.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise, like they say in that video, Tom Cruise commits.
Yeah.
Like the fight
scene. 100%.
Like they show in that video, the Corridor video, but
they show the Mission Impossible.
Yeah, the bathroom fight.
The bathroom scene, which is like
where Henry Cavill is like going in, committing. The stunt person's obviously committing, and Tom Cruise is fucking committing, right? You see it in the fight scenes in the Witcher. Like Henry Cavill commits.
Yeah.
At least from the first episode that I saw, the sword fight where he kills the guys.
He
He,
keeps committing.
he's committing, you know. So like, it's clear, and I'm not saying that Harley Quinn and the actors in that movie aren't committing, but it's more about like, it's clear they aren't committing.
Yeah.
Or aren't comfortable doing it. And if they're not comfortable doing it, don't let them do it.
Yeah, get stunt. That's why stunt doubles are there. If you're not comfortable, then get the fuck out of the way.
So, moving on to
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 1984.
It was fine.
You think it was fine?
It's fine. I mean, honestly, it's the part that I hated the most was the cheetah shit. Because I don't like her first costume, and then they finally make her go like full cheetah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fine, but it's just like, it just the shit where it's the fucking meme. Is that fucking CG? Is that fucking CG? It just looks bad. It looks like cats.
How? What is this movie about?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't even know how the fucking Chris Pine is showing back up.
What's this movie? Oh, I guarantee he was fucking.
He's fucking dead.
I guarantee he was Captain America Frozen.
He blew the fuck up in the first movie.
This movie, it doesn't look bad. Like the scenes don't look bad.
I mean, all the stuff with Gal Gadot looks awesome.
But
she's great.
The
But also she like fucking does like Spider-Man shit on lightning bolts, and I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are we even doing?
The Kristen Wiig shit.
I hate all that shit.
She looks bad.
Well, her initial costume looks bad, and then her CGI stuff looks worse.
I'm not saying like as a person she looks bad. I'm saying like the costumes that they're putting her in to play look terrible. And
her first cheetah costume looks bad, and then the CGI stuff looks worse.
And the delivery doesn't have an impact in this trailer. I'm like listening to her talk. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, people like really, really liked Robert Pattinson's "I Am Vengeance" thing. Mm-hmm. People loved it. I was scrolling through TikTok, Instagram. People were like, "Oh my god, the scene is so badass! Oh, yeah. I Am Vengeance." People loved it, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it had emotion. But Kristen Wiig in this movie, like in the trailer, I was like, this is how I felt about what's her name, Elizabeth Banks playing Rita.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh god, you don't.
At least she tried to ham it up in that movie a little bit.
I guess.
I mean, more than fucking Kristen Wiig's doing in this trailer, at least.
Like, and the fact that like we're getting the director being like, yeah, I'll do one more movie. I don't think you should have done this one. This movie doesn't look good from this trailer. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to give me the storyline and trailers. I'm not saying you need to do that. Don't do that sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Don't go on full Tenet on me to where I had no idea what the fuck's going on.
Dude, hold on. That shit. Did you see that final trailer that dropped?
No.
First of all, that movie's coming out.
I saw reviews that said the movie wasn't that great.
I don't care what the fuck these people say. That shit's coming out like next fucking week. I'm there.
I saw some like Deadline or Hollywood Reporter being like, "Yeah, it's
fuck Deadline.
It's okay." But my point about Wonder Woman 1984 is that like I'm gonna see it. Obviously, I'm gonna watch it. I'm sure I'll have a good time in it for what it is because the first one wasn't good either. Like the first one's not a good movie. It's a good DC movie. There's differences there. Like. Yeah. If it's like, hey, would you want to watch a comic book movie? I have a list of other ones I will watch before I pick Wonder Woman. Mm. Literally, almost every Marvel movie except for Captain Marvel. And then, like, Blade. Fantastic Four 1.
Always Blade. Blade should be number one choice every time.
I'd rather watch Judge Dredd than I would rather watch Wonder Woman. Like
Dredd.
Not Dredd. I'd rather watch Judge Dredd before I watch Wonder Woman.
I would rather watch Wonder Woman than Judge Dredd.
Like
Stallone, where he won't even wear the helmet.
Even when it comes to like the DCEU movies, I'd rather watch fucking like Shazam or other movies before I pick Wonder Woman.
Well, Shazam is just a great movie.
So like, Wonder Woman's a good DC movie. Let's be real. The acting range of our main star, kind of low. I'm not saying I could do better, because obviously I can't. But I'm saying that, like, here's what we get from Wonder Woman in these movies. spin my whip. That's what we get.
Spinning my whip.
And also, I can't get over this.
Ride the lightning.
I've been saying this for years. And I remember I was talking to my girlfriend about this recently about Wonder Woman, and this is body shame. Oh, body shame, Jason. I'm gonna body shame Gal Gadot. She's not big enough. She's not big enough to me. There are plenty of actresses who are like yoked. Because Wonder Woman is yoked.
There are. I don't know. I mean, she's not. I mean,
like, look, if I can say we talked about Robert Pattinson not being big enough a couple months ago. I stand by that statement. He is not big enough.
I don't think he's big enough. But I mean, I think there's a difference between Batman and Wonder Woman where it's like, I don't know. I mean, with Wonder Woman, I feel like you can kind of cheapskate a little bit.
Oh, you can.
I'm a demigod.
You can cheat it. You can. But Thor?
That's true. Thor is jacked.
Thor is pretty jacked.
Yeah.
Like, everyone in the Thor movies got yoked. Except for Anthony Hopkins. Like, everyone got yoked.
Well, Anthony Hopkins is basically just there to be there.
Yeah. Everyone got jacked in that movie. Everyone at least worked on biceps.
Yeah.
Right? Wonder Woman, to me, in any comic book you turn open, she's been bigger, she's been thinner, like slimmer, like more whatever, but she's always been broad Amazon. That's the Amazon description. And they have other women in other Amazons in that scenes who are yoked. Mm-hmm. So, like, again, it goes back to this belief of having a character who's supernatural. I understand that. But she's just very small. So it makes me think, like, when she fights Cheetah, like, Cheetah bite arm off.
Yeah.
That's always been my big complaint, besides the fact that she's just not a great actress. Like, her range, she's Fast and Furious, and we gave her fucking Wonder Woman. That's what happened. That's what we did. Because the best actor in Fast and Furious is who, Zach?
Han.
Han?
Yeah, I love Han.
Or would the world say Vin Diesel?
I think the world would say Paul Walker.
Well, Paul Walker's range is also this much.
Yeah.
Paul Walker's
range is the Fast and Furious.
Paul Walker's range was Fast and Furious or Into the Blue.
What was it? It was in the other one. Where was it? It was like the last movie before he died. That was like the District B-13 knockoff or whatever.
There's also like he did one when he was a kid where he's like he was like a dinosaur or something. But like that's the range of everyone in those movies because they're good for those movies and that's perfectly fine. But we want her to act. We want Gal Gadot to act across from Academy Award winner Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
The guy who literally won an Academy Award at like 23.
Yeah.
The guy who's in Argo, The Town. We want her to be like, hey, beat Wonder Woman across the
Also, Daredevil. So, you know.
Look.
You gotta take him down a peg.
You gotta dip your toes in to make some money sometimes.
Well, you know, sometimes his bills just gotta get paid, you know what I mean?
He met his wife there.
That's true, he did.
Flash forward.
His wife is hot, too.
Lost his wife. My point is this. Wonder Woman 1984, I'm going to see it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it, but the trailer just didn't really do much for me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of static shots of her spinning the stuff. The lightning bolt stuff was fine.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought that maybe she had the invisible airplane.
I wish she had the fucking
invisible airplane. Cheetah looks bad in every sense. She looks bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest detriment for that movie for sure is going to be the cheetah stuff. So
I agree. Let's move. How do you feel about Black Adam?
I don't know. I mean, the thing about it is that like it's not really a trailer.
Yeah.
It's an announcement, but it's like an announcement that's like, all right, you're like fucking 5 years too late at this point because I've known that he's gonna be Black Adam since like fucking 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't really get the point of this. Just to be, yeah. I guess the whole point is just like, oh, we're actually working on it now. But,
yeah, I don't care. You know?
I mean, I like the fact that it's. I think the thing that interests me the most about it is that they didn't try to like peel it back and be like, oh no, he's really a hero. He's like, no, I'm a fucking dictator and I'm gonna fucking take over the world. Yeah. And I was like, good. I'm glad they're not
Yeah.
backtracking and trying to make him some weird anti-hero. I want to see Black Adam
Yeah.
Shazam some people into cinders.
Well, also because like remember we talked about in the podcast when The Rock posted about it on Instagram, that like long post, like, are you trying to make Black Adam sound like he's a fucking like
He tried to make him sound like he was a
a
fucking
good
hero
guy?
of the people.
Like he's not a
Well, I
good
mean, they
guy.
did that a little bit where he like talked about how he was like he freed whatever because
Yeah.
it was like chains for some people. But I mean, but then they get to the point where it's just like, yeah, he did that, but I'm also like, I'm gonna kill anybody who gets in my way. And I'm like,
But
yeah,
did he
you
freed
should.
them?
You're
He
fucking
freed
Black
them,
Adam.
and I don't know Black Adam enough to talk about his history in the comic book, so I can't. But did he free them because he wanted to free his fellow man, or because he wanted to have subjects to rule?
I mean, I think I'm not the biggest Black Adam expert, but I know a bit about him. And from what I understand of the character, his initial his initial thing was that he wanted to free people to free them.
Mm-hmm.
But as he got the power, he got more corrupted by it, and then
Right.
eventually turned to like, I freed you, you're gonna worship me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care. I watch it.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's connected to Shazam. I'll watch it.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Black Adam character, so I'm excited for it. But really, the trailer does nothing for me.
Yeah.
Other than like, hey, we're finally gonna work
It's
on
also a little like I love The Rock. It's a little like Black Adam from the comic books
it. Mm-hmm.
not being a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, we're calling you Black Adam because of something else. But with The Rock, it's like,
I don't know. He's not white in the comics. I mean, he's from Egypt. Like he's an
yeah,
Egyptian.
but they draw him pretty with the black hair and the little boop,
Yeah.
boop thing. They don't make him like super tan.
No. Some. I guess it depends on the artist because I've seen him super tan and I've seen him, a little bit more light skinned. So
Like, I've seen him light skinned in most of the animations. I've seen him light skinned in most of the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen him like I guess in the game they make him kind of tanny, right?
Yeah, they make him tanner in the games. Yeah, I mean
I'm just
he's
afraid.
that weird.
I'm just afraid it's gonna come out and people are gonna be like, why do they call him Black Adam, not just Adam?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, dude, you don't.
Because it's the name of the character. You
It's the
dumb
character.
fuck.
They're not saying he's black. They're saying there's
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's black because of dark magic.
dark magic. I'm assuming.
It is. Yeah.
Snyder cut. I don't really care. Do you care at all?
I mean, the trailer looked interesting, but I never watched the first Justice League, so I really don't know what's changed.
Yeah,
Darkseid looks interesting. Steppenwolf looked not like a bitch, which was fun. I saw everybody was freaking out about the last line in the trailer, because I guess that's not in the original movie, where it's like, what was it? He said something like he hasn't fought us united or something like that, and everybody was like flipping the fuck out.
I watched Justice League on HBO like a year ago or something. I couldn't tell you what happened.
Couldn't tell you what.
I couldn't tell you what happened. So that's my enthusiasm for that movie. But I will say this as we move into the last piece of news from fandom, whatever the fuck it's called. This is the thing I want to talk about the most.
We got one!
And I think it's the greatest thing. So I'm
I'm the most excited for this. This sounds fucking...
Yeah, I'm pretty fatalist about a lot of stuff. I'm pretty pessimistic about a lot of new stuff. I'm pretty analytical, criticize. It's just the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
And very few things get me like excited in the film world and the toy world, only because I know that my expectations are so high for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And that won't affect me here until I see the project when it's finished. But even then, I'm glad it's happening. And I will preface this before I say this. We just talked about HBO's Lovecraft thing.
Right.
I really don't like having political agendas be forced down my face in movies or in TV. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Some projects, it's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the property. This is a property where it's inevitable. And it's not, and I will preface this again. I'm absolutely 100% okay with, because it's the character. And it's integral to the character. It's integral to the comic book and the cartoon.
Yep.
And that is, it's announced that Static Shock movie is in development to be made live action. Obviously with the political time in the world, it makes sense to kind of go to a character who's African American and can kind of go to those voice. I get it. It's all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about that. People do. I don't. It's how I feel about Snake Eyes. I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. An Asian guy, I don't care. Whatever. Shang-Chi, Asian guy, rice. I don't care. Static Shock is an amazing character. The comic book is amazing. The original comic book's great. The cartoons are amazing. The storylines are great. The characters are great.
I mean, I've never actually read Static Shock comics. I've just watched the cartoon, and the cartoon's fantastic.
There aren't many comic books. There's the original from the original imprint that those guys, all those black dudes made back in the 90s. I forget, Milestone, I believe, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the New 52 run. There's some runs here and there, and they never ran that long.
There's some stuff with I think there's some stuff with him in the Batman Beyond in New 52.
Yeah. Obviously, the Justice League stuff we see from the cartoons, but the big thing is going to be the animated series from like our childhood.
Yeah.
The character, like Virgil Hawkins, is such a great character,
mm-hmm.
and as a like teenage character, like you can do so much with that story.
Yeah.
And you can make it hokey. You really can. And I think there's a level of hokiness that you can get to
mm-hmm.
that will turn off people who don't like politics and every single thing.
Yeah.
But that's the basis of the character. That's the character. They touch on that stuff a lot in Static Shock. I'm not sure if you remember, but like they mention that experience of a black dude as a superhero
mm-hmm.
a lot in that superhero show. So that's part of it, and I'm okay with that. I'm excited for that show, the movie, because it's a great character, and it's a
mm-hmm.
3-dimensional character. It's not like it's a thing where like like I mentioned, you talked about that Spike Lee movie on Netflix where it's like I haven't seen it, so but it's like, okay, are these characters well-rounded? Like I don't know, but like Static Shock's a well-rounded character that's gonna like give you more than just cops suck, white people bad.
Yeah.
That's my perspective on it. I'm not sure about you, Zach, but
yeah, no, I mean I feel the same way. I'm just really excited for this because I like Static Shock a lot. I remember it was like I think it was his show and the fucking 2003 TMNT that I was like I watched those shows all the time as a kid and I loved them so much. I think that was the thing that always was weird to me, especially when I started reading comics more late high school, early college, was just like I was like, oh, there's no Static Shock. Like, why is there no Static Shock? Like the characters. I mean, he was such an integral part of my childhood and like watching that show, and I found it very weird that it was like you couldn't really find him. Anywhere.
And I know that they will never put the theme songs in the movie, but I would love if they put the theme song in the movie.
Put it in the end credits.
Like if they put like. Because there's 2 theme songs. We literally, I think we literally spent like
we did
10 minutes before on a podcast, however long ago, talking about the theme songs of Static Shock because they're that good. Mm-hmm. There's the first theme song where it's just like a beat, like a rhythm, and then there's a second theme song which is like a rap.
Yeah.
But my question is this, Zach, as a fellow connoisseur of Static Shock, the TV show.
Okay.
Do we get gear or no?
Oh, I hope so. Gears is like his best friend.
Like, do we get him as Gear or just as his best friend?
I feel like, because this is the trend that we have with movies, is that he shows up as his best friend.
Yeah.
And then post-credit teaser, you see the backpack.
Is his name Richie?
I think it is.
I don't remember. That sounds right.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
It sounds like Richie's right. I think you're probably right. I think he'll be in the whole movie as his best friend, and I think midway.
Richard Osgood Foley.
The memory, Steel Trap. I think that we'll get him the entire movie as best friend.
Yeah.
And then like midway through movie, we'll get like the oh my god, you're Static Shock.
Yeah.
Static Shock.
Get that Spider-Man shit where he like comes into his room and Richie's there and like the fucking Death Star, Lego Death Star drops to the floor. Yeah.
But doesn't Richie make his like Doesn't
Richie
Richie
makes his own backpack.
doesn't Richie make his
Oh, his board. Yeah, I think
board,
he
right?
does.
Because
I think
he's
he does. Yeah.
gear. Because I
Yeah,
thought originally he used a trash can lid
I think so. Yeah, and then he makes his
makes the board.
retractable disc. Yeah, that he can
So
fly
he
around.
learns very early on that he has powers. So first go at it. He fights the shadow guy, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He fights
Maybe.
the shadow dude or the
Yeah.
fire guy.
I'd probably say the fire guy.
Fights one of them,
Fire guy
and,
feels more like a first movie villain.
and then we can also get a part of the movie where the rubber band guy is
Mm.
dyslexic and tries to defuse the bomb. Is that what it is?
I think so.
Is it a bomb where he's trying to defuse it but he's dyslexic? I can't remember.
I remember. Oh shit.
But yeah, I think Richie will be in it the entire time. Obviously, give him the board. Then at the end of it, doesn't hold on. He becomes gear because he gets like injected with something, or gets the like extra brainwave or something, or how's it work?
Remember, I thought he just made the backpack.
I thought he like got like something happened to him where he became like smarter or something. Hold on, I can't remember.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. He became jealous, and so that's when he ended up teaming up with the villain, I think, and that's when he kind of, yeah, I think he like gets powers at some point that like goes into his mind, and then I think it makes him a little smarter.
Okay,
I think.
I don't remember. Okay, I think he'd be.
Can't remember.
They should definitely have him be in it. DC Anime Universe says he's metahuman, so I guess something happens to him to where he gets extra smart or whatever. All of this part two. He became close friends with Virgil Hawkins, who's also one of the brightest students at the Dakota Union High School. The two bonded over their love of comic books, rap, and basketball. But he knew that his father, who was a racist, would not approve of a black friend, so he never invited Virgil over. That was the episode. I remember that episode.
Mm-hmm.
The episode being pretty intense.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
I'm excited for this. This is probably my favorite thing about the DC event is.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Shop.
biggest piece of news that's come out for me for sure. So.
Well, that wraps up DC fandom event.
Does quite a bit.
What else do you want to hit on, Zach?
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War trailer came out. Did you watch this trailer?
I did not. I saw a lot of people.
Don't worry, you don't have to. There's no gameplay.
I saw a lot of people were like reacting poorly to it though, or poorly to the game era.
I saw a lot of people who were communist fuckboys and fuckgirls talking shit about it because in the trailer apparently they use a Soviet defector. He like gave a speech and he talked about like all the ways that like basically Soviet Russia will like try to undermine the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And all these people were like, fuck this is some fucking America propaganda bullshit. And I was like, it's fucking not. You bitches are the same people who talk about Russia trying to interfere in the fucking election. But then don't want to believe that there's fucking a Soviet defector that's talking about how the USSR like wants to destroy America from within.
But those are real. Like those defectors were real who did come over and talk to the CIA about like ways that the KGB would have attacked America. Those are real things. Those are documents that were released. Yeah. Those are like real things.
Well, it's like, I mean, they used like his actual, like, it's an interview he did or something like that, but it's like his actual speaking. He's like talking all this shit. It's like, oh fuck this dude. This is like fucking like the U.S. today. All the smart.
And look, it's the flip flop, I guess, of like how I feel about like, forcing down race politics into my media. It's probably the flip flop where like they're like, I don't want to see no capitalism. Yeah. I get it. I understand. And just like with Watchmen, just don't watch it.
Yeah, but I mean, I definitely feel the same way. It makes me upset that these are the same people who, when we complain about race politics stuff, are like, just shut up and watch the fucking thing. And then this fucking video game comes out, and everybody's like, this is
about war.
About war, about the Cold War, which is a real time period that, I mean, in some ways we're still dealing with the after effects of. And they're like, I don't want to see any of it.
Yeah. So, I think that's funny because, because I was seeing kind of the same backlash on like YouTube and stuff,
Mhm.
and I think it's it's one of my favorite time periods
I think it's the
of
one of
conflict because
the.
it's the most interesting because it's all about spies.
I think it's the most interesting. It's also for me, even with the Black Ops stuff, because I mean they've been doing Black Ops forever, but I feel like it's the least explored era, especially in like the video
Sure.
game medium of conflict in
It's the
U.S.
reason
history.
why The Americans was so popular because
Hmm.
it's about Cold War spies in
Yeah.
America, the KGB spies in America, and them it's about the Kerry Russell and Jonathan Reese or whatever, and
Hmm.
them being like, oh, we actually kind of like it here, like,
Hmm.
and then them having a battle internally as two spies who don't love each other because
Yeah.
they're spies, but actually the husband loves the wife and the wife's
Hmm.
committed to the mission and they have kids together who
Hmm.
are don't know they're spies, and it's that conflict of like, okay, the husband likes his life,
Hmm.
but the wife is still committed to Soviet Russia,
Yeah.
and it's that inherent thing of like, okay, well, we have a life here and it's interesting and it's America and
Hmm.
it's the dream or whatever, American dream, or
Yeah.
we go back to cold Russia. It's a constant battle over the entire show
Hmm.
of like being committed to the job and not being
Yeah.
committed, and like so that makes Call of Duty interesting. You
Yeah.
know, now I don't know how they're gonna do like
I don't know how they're
war
gonna do the
scenes.
campaign with it. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's not no real big battle campaigns they can think of except for like Korea or like
Yeah, I
Vietnam.
assume it's going to be a lot of stuff of like, yeah, you're going through like
Like,
Korea. I
could you
assume they're
imagine,
going to
dude?
do
Like, could
Afghanistan.
you imagine like fucking open the Call of Duty Cold War? Because Cold War is a very long time.
Yeah.
It's however 30 years or whatever.
Hmm.
So they can be like, okay, Cold War, you're a kid and like you're hiding under your desk. You remember in Call of Duty where it's like press whatever to
Press F to pay your
to
respects.
pay respects. It's like press F to hide under desk during bomb alert. You hide under your desk, and then it cuts to like you're getting off a Huey or whatever the fuck whatever helicopter is. Like you're a Nom.
Yeah.
Like you're a special forces guy. And you're out there
Hmm.
fucking fighting Viet Cong.
Oh yeah.
I would fucking love, dude. Okay, I'm calling it now. I'm
Tell
calling it
me.
now. Do you know what the Tiger Force is?
I don't think so. I
Okay,
don't think I've ever heard of that.
this is a quick little military history thing for you.
Okay.
The Tiger Force was a special unit of the Special Operations Group, like SF Army,
Hmm.
during Vietnam, made by a colonel who's very famous, who wrote a bunch of books, all kind of stuff,
Okay.
um, called Tiger Force. And it was pretty much a reconnaissance operation group that was like gonna go out guerrilla the Viet Cong in Vietnam.
Okay.
And they went out there and they did some shit. Well, it turns out they had a lot of war crimes because they
Mm.
were doing some real guerrilla shit.
Okay.
Like mowing down civilians, cutting off ears, collecting necklaces, all this kind of shit. Dirty war crime shit.
Hmm.
I would bet that in this game they have to mention like you're a soldier in the
Hmm.
Tiger Force, kind of like how they did in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, where you have the airport scene.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
No
you
Russians.
would have to include that in a
Hmm.
Cold War game because it would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like it would be like, okay, it's showing you that not everything that the military does is good. You can
Yeah.
have like a bad like negative American war scene,
Hmm.
and so you're not just having it be like one sided. America beats Russia. You can do like atrocities
Well, I
from the
remember they
American
did
side.
that in in Modern Warfare. I think Modern Warfare 2 was the one where it's like you're in the gulag and you like they're actually like torturing a guy for information. Like
Right.
they do the spark plug shit and then the
Yeah.
door closes. Yeah.
So you can do cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's Call of Duty, so it only gets so deep.
Yeah.
You know, I'm excited for it though. That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm down for that. What
Um,
else do you want, Jason?
I want to talk about Stranger Things season 4, and apparently an interview with the Duffer Brothers. Season
Yes.
4 is not the final season, but they do have an end in sight, a
I
plan.
feel like we've heard this before.
Yeah, they know where it's ending. They have a roadmap for how it's ending. They didn't say how many seasons it's gonna be, but they know how they want to end it, which is better to me if it's true, better than we'll just keep going until we get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else they can do past fucking.
I mean, this is my problem, and this is the problem I've had with Stranger Things since the end of season 2, I think, or the end, or like season 3 or whatever. It was just like, I don't know how often I can keep seeing just the same fucking shit, because it's always ends up back in the Upside Down, and it's some weird Lovecraftian mind flame monster bullshit. It's just like it's like the same thing over and over again. And I'm just like, I'm over it now. I
Yeah.
want to see something. I mean, if they introduce some new villain, then maybe. But
So I do know from external research on like the other Stranger Things expanded universe that
okay,
I'm pretty sure Hopper was like a special forces guy in Vietnam
okay,
before he became a detective in New York. I'm pretty sure. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. That he was in
okay.
Vietnam and he was a special forces guy. I think. So we know Stranger Things season 4, Stranger Things in general, has been hitting on various 80s themes of movies,
Hmm.
right? They hit on the thriller, the science fiction, the horror, Stephen King stuff, the Goonies, all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
They're hitting on different elements of 80s pop culture movies that are popular, and they're incorporating them into their movies. So,
Hmm.
Zach, I want you to tell me if I'm crazy, and then we can kind of go from there. Season 4, Stranger Things, um, where is Hopper at?
He's in Russia, isn't he?
Right. So he's kidnapped by Russia.
Right.
What other 80s icon was captured by a communist and tortured?
Um, which one was this? Was this Stallone?
Yes.
Rambo? We get
Ram.
Rambo?
So do you think that maybe the Duffer Brothers, like, we got the thriller, we got the sci-fi, we're gonna cut to like them in Hawkins or wherever the fuck the new family
Hmm.
lives, and they're doing their Stephen Kingy shit,
Yeah.
and then a card cuts to fucking Russia, and it's just fucking hot, shredded, just mowing down Russians.
I mean, if it was that, I'd be
What
down for
else?
that.
How else is he gonna get away?
I don't know. Well, they
Okay,
showed that teaser, didn't they? Where he's like on a trail or railroad or something,
yeah.
doing like forced labor
So
somewhere.
we do. How great would it
We
be
hope
if they
so.
bring in '80s action a theme and like,
I mean, if they're
oh,
gonna do that, I better see him have a bow and arrow with an exploding arrowhead.
yeah, it did. Well,
Yeah.
no. Here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna run away from the train tracks in Siberia. There's gonna be a tree there. He's gonna fucking make a little trap from Rambo from First Blood,
Slip it.
and then they're gonna be
Slip it.
walking through and they're gonna be speaking fucking Russian, and they're gonna be like, I can't find him, and then they're gonna hit the wire and it's gonna fucking hit him in the shins like the guy in Rambo. Oh, oh, and then he's gonna fucking Bowie knife him and just start like get
Oh.
the fucking thing. And obviously, we know he's gonna fly. He's gonna go through the upside down to get back to Hawkins. We know that, obviously.
Wait,
Uh huh.
he went to the upside down supposedly.
Yeah.
He's gonna have some fucking cool ass fucking powers too.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna get another fucking
You know what his powers
Professor
gonna
X
be?
out here.
He's gonna
What?
be Chris Pratt in Jurassic World. He's gonna be able to control the Demogorgons
Oh,
to
the
make
Demodogs.
to make him
Yeah, yeah,
do what he
yeah.
wants to do. Yeah,
I'd be
dude.
down for that, honestly. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the Rambo thing is kind of cool too.
I dig the Rambo thing for sure.
Could you just imagine like he shows up back in Indiana, fucking hops out of a fucking like a Porsche
Hmm.
or like a Miami Vice vehicle, fucking blood on like right here, torn Hawaiian shirt, fucking M60 machine gun. Like I don't know what else they
No,
can
he's
do.
got the torn Hawaiian shirt. He's got the Hawaiian shirt like wrapped
Yeah,
around his
yeah,
bandana.
yeah. What else can they do though? Like where else can the show go? There's only so
Yeah,
much
I
you can
don't know.
do.
Yeah.
They're kind of already like I don't know where else they can go. They're gonna
Yeah,
have to
I don't either. Well, I mean that's the thing we've been saying ever since. Yeah, I just don't know where else they could. What else? What they
like.
haven't done that they could do.
I think 100% they're gonna bring back the other numbers.
That was the lamest part of season
Because
2, though.
you can't have all those things introduced and then just be like, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody hated that shit.
It sucked, but still, you can't have them not come back.
Maybe if they do it with like a different person, that there's just like other numbers that show up. Maybe.
I'm not saying to bring those guys in, but like you can't just like ignore the entire
Yeah.
government conspiracy of like them making MK Ultra superheroes.
Yeah.
You know, like you
That's
have
true.
to bring that back in.
Mm-hmm.
It can't just be, oh, here's one girl and her goofy ass friends
Yeah.
versus the Russian MK Ultra program.
Yeah.
You know, well, there's that. I'll hit some couple
Yeah.
things real quick. Will Wheaton is going to narrate Ready Player 2 audiobook, which is good.
Yeah.
He did the first one; it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith, Kevin Hart are going to be in a Planes, Trains, and Automobiles remake, which sucks.
That sounds really stupid.
Yeah, it sounds dumb.
Did you see LeBron's Space Jam uniform?
I did. I did.
It looks not good. I don't like it.
Who cares about this movie?
I mean, I don't care about it anymore. I mean, I was interested in it just because I like Space Jam so much. I love Space Jam.
I don't care. I'm not gonna see this movie.
Yeah.
The uniform, yeah, it looks dumb. The outfit looks dumb. There's no Morpheus in Matrix 4, apparently.
Sad. Poor Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne did an interview. He was like, yeah, haven't been contacted. Don't know. Which, whatever.
I mean, maybe that's interesting because maybe if he's not in it, then maybe they're not doing Xenon stuff. Or is it called Xenon? It's Zion stuff. So maybe they're not doing Zion stuff, but then Trinity's still there. So like, I don't know, unless she just decided to not. Well, Trinity didn't die.
Yes, she did.
Did she? Oh
yes.
Yeah, she did. I forgot. She did die.
That's why I've been saying, like, Neo and Trinity are both dead. They both died at fucking the machine world.
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess they're just AIs in the machine now.
When the fucking when the ship crashed, Trinity's dead.
Yeah.
Neo asked the machine, like, hey, here's my proposal. He dies after he wins.
Yeah.
So it has to be copies of their fucking whatever.
Consciousness, yeah.
It has to be copies in the Matrix, ghosts in the Matrix.
So then I guess this comes into the same thing. Is it just going to be the same thing with different people?
I guess.
I just don't want to see another explanation for the Matrix where some nobody is like somebody who tries to imitate Lawrence Fishburne is like, take the red pill or the blue pill.
If I have to fucking watch The Matrix 4 and there's another scene of the architect being like, vis-a-vis, this, and...
Vis-a-vis.
Fuck off. Make it cool. Also, we know it can't be as good. They're not going to do the cool like bullet dodge scene. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
How are they going to do it?
Well, the whole part about that scene is that it's so cool because it was the first of its kind. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what else they could do that's like the first of its kind. I feel like a lot of... I don't know. Maybe they'll come up with something, but...
Next thing, real quick, as we wrap up. Kraven the Hunter from Marvel is supposedly trying to get the guy, J.C. Shandor, who did Triple Frontier, to direct it.
I mean, honestly, as far as action movies are concerned, I feel like Triple Frontier is like... It was more like a drama than it was like an action movie.
I would say this, though, that J.C. Shandor, whatever his name is, I don't know how to pronounce it, is a good choice to do this movie, Kraven the Hunter, because J.C. Shandor knows what it's like to film in the woods.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah.
Because Triple Frontier sucked.
Yeah.
It was not good. I thought it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be a great action movie with like some really great actors. It was a bummer.
Yeah.
It's a
bummer of a movie.
Not even a good way. Like in a okay, whatever. You got these really great like hunk actors. You can't have them like do cool firefights. Whatever.
Apparently not.
Whatever.
Gotta have Ben Affleck get shot in the face.
Yeah, and die. On a shitty screen, like in a shitty scene, like not even a cool scene.
Yeah.
Anything else, Zach, you want to hit before we wrap it up?
Unsolved Mysteries is coming back.
Good.
Can't wait. Fucking excited. I want more fucking weird shit though. I want aliens. I want Bigfoot. I want the Jersey Devil. I want weird, unsolved mysteries. I don't want just more true crime stuff.
Pretty much, you want them to look at the last podcast
Yes. I want them to look at all the
episode
weird
list.
shit that the last podcast has done. I want them to do Betty and Barney Hill.
Have
Talk
you
to me
listened
about
to
the
them
weird
recently, by the way?
Nazi-looking aliens. What?
Have you listened to them recently?
I didn't listen to their episode this week. I'm trying to look through. I've been honestly, I've just been listening much more than anything else. I've just been listening to a lot of their classic stuff.
Yeah, that's what I am doing too.
The stuff that I really, really like. Oh, I might actually listen to this new one.
Do you
It's
have?
a cryptid. I love their cryptid episodes more than anything.
Do you have a go-to, like, classic
My
episode you go to?
I don't know if I have like a classic go-to episode, but I have a classic go-to genre, which is I always hit the
Time
alien
travel.
stuff.
Yeah.
Alien stuff first.
Mm.
I like listening to them talk about the Hudson Valley sightings. I like listening to them talk about the sexual liaisons with aliens episodes was really fucking funny. I like listening to that one. I like the Betty and Barney Hill episode. I like the Coronado group abduction, especially because in those episodes, I love the personality that Henry puts on when he talks about UFO investigators, especially for the Coronado group abduction. Oh my god, the voice that he does for the one guy that gets abducted, the Gary guy. It's like the funniest voice that he's ever fucking done. I love it so much.
See, I'm the
It's
opposite.
just like a plain, like nerdy white guy. He's like, hey.
I'm the opposite.
Stop doing that.
Like that, he also does that with like the kind of same tone when he talks about him. He's a official investigator for like the paranormal whatever. Like he sent his application in and got his badge or whatever.
Oh my god, his MUFON episode where you talk about where he set in his MUFON application.
No, I see. I'm the opposite. I go towards all the true crime stuff. That's what I prefer. So my go-tos are Columbine.
Okay.
Really good episodes.
Columbine is a really good two-parter.
And then OKC. I love.
I like their cult stuff. Occult stuff too.
Well,
I like going back to Children of God, and I really like them going through Hubbard from
Hubbard's
Scientology.
good. It's a little long.
It's really long, yeah.
I think the
I think this year I re-listened to their Jonestown series, which is like fucking like almost 12 hours of fucking content. But it's really, really solid.
It's really good. But my point about OKC is I love listening to them talk about Bad Company.
Oh yeah.
And I love him singing the song right whenever they bring it up. That shit kills me. Hey, well guys, that's not part of the podcast. That's a different podcast.
But it's
guys,
and then
go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. There's just so much stuff because it was like that. I like them doing the Men in Black stuff is great, and then
like the right hand path, the left hand path, whatever.
Oh my god, the magic stuff is awesome. And then there's the other one where it was who the fuck? It was the pre Alex Jones. That two-parter is fucking fantastic. I can't remember his name, but it was like the other radio guy that like got into a fight with Alex Jones. Oh my god.
Well, guys,
whoever he was great.
Guys, thank you for watching.
Excellent.
Thanks for listening.
Watching, listen to us talk about Sword Art,
we'll be
Batman.
Back. Yeah, the great anime that is Sword Art. We'll be back next week with episode 95 as we approach episode 100.
Oh, it's almost here, baby.
We got something planned for that. We'll get there when we get there. Watch us get to episode 99 and go, I think we should take a break. And then 2.5 years later, we come back, episode 100.
We're back, baby.
We're back. So, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you back next week with more License to View.